Hello everyone and welcome to Nay Danger, formerly New Dice. My name is Ross Wiseman and I'm going to be your dungeon master for this session, this one-shot that we're playing today. Desiree on the Europa Express. So we've got some familiar faces here with us and some new faces with us today. I realize we put you on opposite sides of the table. You're not against each other.
Versus you.
Back in my day, all the faces were recognized.
New age.
So, if we go around the table and just introduce yourselves. So, say your name, how long you've been playing D&D, or how much experience you have with tabletop role-playing games, and an interesting fact about trains.
It's not
Were you not expecting it?
No. Nice.
I know these guys weren't expecting it. So we'll go this way.
I thought we were going to stick in the fish theme, even though we're no longer anywhere near Atlanta.
No. We're on a train this time.
So my name's Jonny Gilbert. I've been playing video games,
video
for
games.
14 years now. I feel old.
Oh wait, that can't be right.
D&D came out, I was 21 when it first started, so why not? 12 years.
When it first started.
Yeah, it was
In the 70s.
Back when D&D 1 came out, I was like 10.
In 1979.
I'm just getting old. And in fact, about train, I like trains.
That's good.
Yes!
Woo!
I like that.
Hi, I'm Ollie. I have been playing D&D for maybe 7 or 8 years. I think the first time we played it had been like 5
We
years.
started at the same time, yeah.
So yeah, 8 years, which is insane.
I think you're right.
And the Rocky training montage is one of the all-time greatest moments of cinema.
Training.
I'll
I
take
like
it.
it.
I'll take
There
it.
was a train in the background of it, wasn't there?
Was there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, me? Okay. What do I look? Do I look at you or do I look up there?
Whatever you want.
Wherever you want. It's
Whatever
fine.
you want. Okay.
Such an accent.
Some people look straight to the camera. Some people
I'll
look
find my
to
light.
Where's my light?
Don't
Yeah.
use me as an example.
Let me give you my best side.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name's Oat. I've been playing D&D since I was 16, so that's 11 years now. Yeah.
Rival.
Maybe by 1 year. Still above you.
But I've been really kind of like on and off, so like I haven't been playing D&D for a long while now, so I'm really excited to jump back into it. And a fun fact about trains.
Yeah.
Fun fact about trains. I think Glasgow has the shortest underground
I think it does.
in the
you're
world.
right.
Geographically accurate as
There you
well.
go.
Yeah.
Slow clap.
Short clap.
One
This
singular.
is actually filmed in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
We hate Glasgow. No, that's not.
Seems good under pressure, damn it. Okay, hi, I'm Becca. I am very new to D&D, so I've probably played like 2 campaigns with you. Yeah, 2 campaigns. So this is year 1.
One shot.
I'm literally green to this. And so I will be like here with the stat sheet, like I'm on it. But I'm very, very keen. And train fact is that this is very bitter, but my family are down in Kent and I had to get the train to go and see them the other week, and it would have been cheaper for me to get the Eurostar to Paris than to get a return from Glasgow to London.
Oh my
And I found that a harrowing fact, so I just want to share that with the world.
Share the pain.
Yeah?
Glad.
Love
No,
things.
sorry.
Love thinking
just
about
gonna-
economics on a Saturday night.
Yeah, sorry, real downer.
Wild. Hi, I'm Jen. I have only really been playing less than a year as well, similar to you. And this will be only my 3rd campaign, and Ross has DM'd every single one of them, so I feel like safe hands. So it's okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll just be over here being like, what's happening?
Or you don't know anything different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
What do you call that?
Yeah.
The devil you know.
Yeah. We love you, really.
All right. And yeah, as I said, my name is Ross Wiseman, and I've been playing same as Ollie 8 years, I think. And I don't need to give you a fact about trains.
Oh,
I'm
I
in
forgot
the
my
hot
train fact.
Damn it.
Oh,
There's a full scale Thomas the Tank engine that runs up north near Inverness, Strathford, Aviemore sort of way.
is there really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
How did you not know
That's
this?
fantastic.
No idea.
Okay, time for a day trip.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay,
So we're going to do our next game from that train.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
we'll go up to Inverness. Okay. So. We once again find ourselves in this parallel Earth where the land shapes, the continents are the same, but all the ancient pantheons of gods exist, and this is a world of magic. This is a world of mythological beasts and different variety of different species, not just humans. We've got elves and dwarves and all sorts of other creatures. We find ourselves a year later, after the events that took place down in Atlantia on the sea floor. And this time we are above ground. We are above the sea. We are on land. That's what I'm trying to say. We're on land. We're in the continent of Europa, in the city of Paris. We begin our story at the Gare de l'Est, where a glistening steam engine is on the tracks, and it's a bustling train station. People are zipping through, train staff and just lots of busy passengers on their way to catch their various trains. You can imagine the steam billowing through the station, and the train before you, as you're all standing on this platform waiting to board the Europa Express to Constantinople. The train before you is not just an engine of steam, but also there is an arcane element to the mechanics of the train at the same time. It's
Is it magnetic?
No. It definitely has wheels.
Nice.
And it's on tracks, but
Below the train, to be clear.
is this a callback to when I didn't understand how magnetics work?
No,
in
sorry.
season 1?
I was just talking about trains.
So is that your fact that trains got wheels?
Yeah.
Good. Glad.
Trains famously don't use magnets.
That's it.
So, you're all standing on this platform, and I'm just going to go around and get you all to just describe your characters a little bit, because you're all going to be kind of seeing each other on this platform. And I'll go around this way again. So we'll start with you, Jonny. Who do we see standing on the platform waiting for the whistle to blow to board the train?
So you see not exactly the tallest person, but somebody that's sort of in the vein of like middle height, just a wee bit under that. Quite skinny, long blue and with some elements of green robe. Hood up, so you're hiding most of his face. You can maybe see a slightly greying goatee coming down, brown hair, bit of grey through it, as he is tapping his foot, waiting for the whistle to blow, because he needs to get in. But you see below the robes, if you can see like where his feet are, you see quite a nice pair of green leather shoes and blue suit trousers that are kind of going up, but you can't see any more than that because I think he's kind of mostly covered up at the moment. You just see, as I said, those little bristles of hair. try to remain anonymous for now.
Nice.
Yeah, over in the corner. Wait, are we on the train already?
No, you're on the platform.
On the platform.
The train's about to.
Yeah, with a big, like, bustling suitcase with a bunch of stickers on it from different locations. You see this very aged tiefling, like sunken eyes, wrinkles, like beyond years. His skin does not look healthy, quite like graying red, gnarled horns that look a bit sad with age, just like truly just a sad looking demon man.
Okay. And are you standing beside each other?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Next time we see a younger, more spry-looking gentleman. He has a kind of like a Western cowboy hat, brown, a tan long trench coat that's kind of like buttoned up. Underneath is like a suit, a well-dressed gentleman, boots, and he's kind of there, mainly propping up this person, but also carrying both our tickets.
We're in the same trench coat.
Yeah, both arms,
One
both
big
legs.
trench coat.
That's difficult.
Just stuck out. I'm very much
Traverse the world.
trying to keep ourselves to ourselves.
Okay.
But try not
In the trench coat.
Not drawing any attention.
to pay no attention in the
Yeah.
same trench coat.
Yeah.
But while being
Very
very
suspicious
involved
looking.
with each other. Amazing.
Holding hands?
Or
Yeah. Oh,
you
so
can't tell.
Can't tell. Okay.
yeah.
Well, he's propping him up.
my character's also a tiefler as well, so I've got like the horns that are not as kind of like.
In the hat? Or out
It
the hat?
sticks out the hat.
Got you.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it helps because if the wind blows,
Oh, and there
it doesn't go anywhere.
Nice, yeah.
Very handy.
And I got kind of like slightly more bluish skin than red. More bluish.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, also, I would just say you've never seen a tiefling with male pattern balding. But like, almost a monk-like ring of hair around his head and
Oh,
just bald with horns.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, hi. There is a tall elf just along the platform with a long plait of sort of salt and pepper hair, and with a little diadem like tucked underneath it. Yeah, she looks quite pensive. She's sort of present but separate, observing everybody. And she's wearing a green. I'm just looking at my character so I can remember what I designed it to look like. Yeah, she's got like a sort of mid-green jacket with blue piping that she's very proud of along the outsides. Yeah.
Very cool.
Somewhere along the same platform is a crow Aarakocra, with sort of inky black feathers, but with a little bit of a tinge of like blue to them, like a magpie feather. Wearing like waistcoat, dark cloak. Waistcoat's got gold embroidery over it. Bowler hat, and everything sort of looks posh, but is clearly a little bit tired and has been mended like quite a few times. And poking out of his bag are his travelling fluffy pink slippers, ready for when he gets on the train. Looks quite severe though, but then you see those and you're like, okay, maybe he's a bit of a softie.
Nice. So there's some other people that you see on the platform, other passengers standing alongside you all. You see a small human figure in a nice sort of suit, and he's got a little briefcase, and he's just just this sort of unassuming little guy with sort of short brown hair there. You see a dwarf, quite a stout looking guy. He's got a bit more kind of fancier clothes on, little sort of pocket watch, and he is kind of directing the kind of train attendants, who are these twin, who look very similar to each other. Which, yeah, your characters don't know the
Not all
difference.
twins are identical.
You're right. So these tall tabaxis, who are in this kind of staff uniform, this kind of red and gold staff uniform, and they are kind of loading some bags onto the baggage car at the front of the train, and you see this dwarf sort of directing them to be careful with a kind of crate that he's that clearly belongs to him, that he's kind of directing them to get onto the baggage car. You see, you also see standing there another human. She's a little bit taller than the other guy that you saw, the other human with the kind of suit and briefcase. But she's she's in this kind of nice sort of Victorian sort of dress, but this kind of pale green sort of dress, and she's got a kind of big sort of handbag with her as well, and her hair is kind of all done up in a nice little bun. And there is a dragonborn as well, gold sort of coloured dragonborn. He is quite tall, quite big guy, and you see him sort of, and he's got quite nice clothing on as well. It looks well made, but it doesn't look showy offy. Like the dwarf is wearing stuff that's kind of like a little bit flashy, like, but this guy's like, okay, he's dressing well, but not like flagrant. Is that the right word? So that's everyone that you kind of see standing on the platform at the moment, and then coming out of the kind of engine car at the very front of the train is this little gnome who kind of comes out onto the platform and then whistles with a little whistle a couple times, and then kind of says, right everyone, time to board, and kind of goes around and starts kind of ushering you all on the train. And here is what it looks like on the inside of the train. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen for you. Might take a minute.
It's just building suspense. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can cut this. Cut.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry,
we
cut.
as the gnome is announcing that it's time to board, my tiefling pulls a cigar from his jacket pocket and lights it up, strikes a match off his sandy husk skin, and turns to Canon and says, "Right, we got time for a wee puff. Do you want some?"
I'm not sure if it's going to be a smoking carriage or be right, but we just gotta just get on the train. Just get on the train, okay?
But he said we've got time. He literally just
She's ushering, like pushing people in basically.
she's just come out the train to be like, we've got time to have a smoke. Did you not hear that?
We can smoke on the train, right? Can we smoke on the train? Can we smoke on the train?
You may smoke in the designated smoking areas. Yes, in the lounge car, you may smoke, but and then she thinks for a second. That is actually the only place that you're allowed to kind of smoke. Is the lounge.
Right, let's head to the lounge car then. Come on, mate.
You notice his cigar goes out.
Fucking. What is this Mexican shit? I tried to get Cuban imported, but they only had Mexican ones. No disrespect to my Mexican friends out there, but
Oh, I know. Let's keep your voice down, mate. Don't be. Come on. Let's not.
Friend, I wouldn't be smoking any of that. And I bring out a little cigarette case, and inside looks to be more cigarellos, where it's somewhere between a cigarette and a cigar. He sort of hands it over. It's
nice.
got a smoother taste, a bit of a coffee undertone.
I reach into my other breast pocket and pull out a pipe. and use my other arm to strike the match and light the
Try
pipe.
to one up me or something. I take it out and smoke next to you, at least to some degree.
Alright.
There we go.
Cheers.
Any cheers on it? What brings you here? As you see the light of the cigarello, you see a bright pair of orange eyes looking across to you.
I mean,
Two tieflings, you don't see them very often.
it's a long story. It sounds a bit crazy if we get into it right now, but what about you? You go first. We'll go after.
Just who doesn't want to go and visit the wonders of Constantinople?
Yeah, that's it. Wait, are we leaving Constantinople?
No, we're going to Constantinople.
Oh,
We're
right.
leaving Paris.
Sorry, I'm from Wales. I've never been this far out.
Well, I've been up north to Blufinia, but never quite to Wales.
We want family matters.
Family matters. Use brothers.
Something like that. There's a
It's
long,
complicated.
it's really such a long and arduous backstory that I
Yes.
don't want to get into it right now. But maybe if we've got time. What is this? A one shot?
I think we're going for a two-parter.
A two-parter. Oh, we got ages in, mate.
Yeah, plenty
Yeah.
of time.
I'll meet you in the smoking car.
She's walking away with me.
Yeah.
All right. That was a failed attempt of making a friend. I'm going to continue smoking the cigar before I go in. Devastating. Devastating. That cost me a sorcery point. Devastated.
I'm sorry. Excuse my brother. He's a bit of a top. What's? I didn't catch your name.
Zion. I put my hand out to shake. You see like a large pair of scars going along. They look like they're kind of almost looks to be infected, but it looks a little bit as if it's like a magical curse, if that makes sense, rather than more infection. So there's like black veins coming out from it as he shakes your hand, and you feel a bit of energy as you do so. But you feel almost like you burnt your hand a little bit, but as a tiefling, I think that wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
You're going to shake my hand.
Right. I'll see you in the.
See you inside. That's two people walked away. My goodness. That's 0 for 2. That's good.
I'm so sorry. What was your name again?
Zion.
Zion.
I didn't actually ask you goes.
I'm gone, mate.
In the wind.
Wait, what name are you actually going by?
Bob, undercover name.
Bob.
Did you say that? How loudly did you say that? It's the undercover.
Yeah.
It's the undercover name.
Yeah. Roll.
Wait, what?
Roll a perception check.
Why are you dishing out rolls?
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Sure, why?
Because I said so.
Well, I got a 2 in the first one.
Okay.
Did
Oh,
you
first roll of the first roll.
Yeah, you didn't hear anything.
I got 19 in the second one, if that helps.
It was disadvantage.
I got 2. Who decided disadvantage?
Me.
Okay.
Distracted.
Technically, while technical issues
Try
are
to fill
happening,
time.
we can dish out whatever rolls we want.
Yeah, I got.
Is that the
a 2.
rule?
Yep.
I got a bit there too.
Fuck that.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Hey!
So just go boom, 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 boom. Is that the way it goes?
Yeah, they are attached. I just couldn't fit them all. I didn't want to fit them all
Sorry,
in one
yeah.
line because they would have been too small. Is that exactly?
I'm like the
I thought I
camera.
wasn't there for a minute. I was like, get off the
Oh.
train already.
No, you are. You are.
No, I am there. I am there. I
Okay.
just didn't see my
Good,
name.
Good.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see that.
Okay. So you're all ushered onto the train.
Wait, so
and shown.
sorry, is the lounge car behind the dining car?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
got you.
It absolutely is. I haven't thought about
That's
where
one
the
of these
train,
villains.
where the doors are on the train, but that's fine.
It's not in the middle. Like, yeah, that's what this thing we show.
Yeah,
No,
that makes sense.
it'll
No,
be
the
on
doors
end.
between. Yeah.
Yeah.
But where
Okay.
you get on?
It'll be on the ends. I think here and here on each one.
Or just at the very back. You have to start at the very back of the train and make your whole way up if you're going to the front.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not because the baggage cart's the first one, so that'd be quite awkward to go all the way there
No.
and all the way
Yeah.
back.
Well,
I think you all. I think you're all ushered into the lounge car. Aye, that's what I'm going to say, but I don't
Nice.
say it.
Okay.
Thanks for saying it.
Ready to lounge.
So,
And
and then you're kind of all gathered round, and then the little gnome who ushered you all on says, "My name is Ruby Spannerswith, and I'm your train conductor and chief engineer on the Europa Express. Now, behind you, the two cars behind you are the guest quarters, and my assistants here, the attendants, will show you to your rooms momentarily. I just want to say one thing. So right now the train's leaving at 7:30 p.m. So this is in the evening when you're boarding the train here. The first stage is this kind of overnight stage before you get to the first stop, which will be somewhere, which will be Munich at around this time the next day. So Ruby continues and says, "Tonight there are no meals provided, which I'm sure you will have been made aware of. So I hope you have all eaten. The bar will be open. Yes, sir.
Sorry, are you saying no meals or no meals?
No,
Is that a gnome thing? I'm not trying to be a dick.
no,
I'm
sir.
really
No,
trying to
sir.
understand.
No problem at all. No meals provided tonight,
No meals?
but no meals.
I understand. Thank you. Sorry. Please
No
continue.
problem. Please, if you have any further inquiries, please raise your hand. Roll for embarrassment.
how's that going undetected?
It's just one eye, just like it's just
One
twitching.
vein.
So she
inconspicuous.
continues and says, but from tomorrow onwards, breakfast will be between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. served in the dining car, lunch 1 p.m. sharp, and dinner at 7:30 p.m. sharp, all in the dining car, which is behind me. Now, within the dining car, there is the kitchenette, and everything behind that, from the kitchenette onwards, is out of bounds to guests. So, I would ask that you leave those just for the staff only, please. If you need anything from the baggage car on your journey, please let one of the attendants know, and they will fetch it for you. Thank you very much. Now, they will show you to your rooms momentarily, and then we will be underway. I hope you enjoy your stay here on the Europa Express." And she leaves the lounge car to the back, and the two tabaxi attendants show you all to your rooms, which are labelled on the car, on the image there. So you can do whatever you like just now. The bar is open, so you can dump your luggage in your rooms, stay in your rooms if you like, get comfortable, or you can go to the bar, you can talk to some of the other guests here, you can talk to each other. What would you like to do? As the train rumbles out of the station, starts to pick up speed, and you see the city of Paris start to leave your vision and countryside start to out the windows.
Oh, within a couple of seconds, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Can I have just a general perception check? I just kind of want to see mainly the humans, the human woman, and the guy.
Yeah.
The two humans. I just want to kind of like just check if, just how are they kind of sitting? What are they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like I've just kind of got like a side eye on them.
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
No, I'll do that again. That was a terrible one. 14 plus perception 7. So
14 plus 7.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
So
So you're paying particular attention to the two humans. The man with his briefcase. You see on the briefcase is stamped his name. You clock his name as Nathaniel Fogg. He goes into his room that he's shown by the attendants. He puts the briefcase down, kind of opens it up, out of view of you, so you can't really see what's inside it. And then comes back out of his room, you notice, with a notebook. And he goes and sits in the lounge car at the far end there by himself and just starts scribbling in the notebook. That's what you see from Nathaniel. The woman in the green dress goes and puts her big handbag, this kind of sort of purple velvet kind of big handbag with like a kind of clip kind of seal. She goes and puts that in her room as well, and then comes back out. Kind of, you see her kind of wander into the lounge, kind of look around, and then she does notice you two as and you kind of with that high perception, I think you do notice that her glance sort of lingers on you a little bit, maybe more than the other guests, and then she goes back to her room and sits down and she's closed the door, so you can't really see her after that.
okay. So just to add on to that, DM, can I just check all the humans, including, I believe Zion is a human as well?
Oh yeah.
See my face.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You saw my goatee. You never know. It could be half elf. Could
That's
be.
true. That's true. Sorry. So I
You'll see that in a second.
Yes,
Don't worry. You can
I'll
analyse
appreciate
it later.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just
Yeah.
mainly the humans, but if those are the only two humans that I can see, then that's.
Yeah.
Is this
think so.
all from the lounge car, or did you follow humans to their rooms?
Yeah, where were you? Did you go and put your stuff in your room and then come back?
I'm just in the lounge car.
You're just in the lounge.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will probably make my way to my quarters.
Okay.
Just to suss it out. And can I do like a perception check to get a sense of the general humidity in my room?
Sure.
Thanks very much. That's a nat 20.
The humidity in here is perfect. It's absolutely ideal.
How does he tell? Like, what do? Do you like?
I don't know.
Like a snake?
So as I enter the room, yeah, it's a sniff. My ears prick up, like all the hair on my flesh goes on end, and
Even in here, up here.
yeah, everywhere.
All of it.
Use your imagination. Chest hair, you name it. It's all going haywire.
Amazing.
And I reach into my pocket where the pipe was actually and pull out a little baggie of ash and say, "It's alright, Rhonda, you'll be safe in here. and I put her in the drawer of my my bedside table.
Yeah.
Just
Cool.
because I want her to be safe. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Cool.
Heavy.
And I make my way back out to Cannon. Bob.
Jeff.
Oh.
Clive.
Still like Clive.
I like Clive.
Clive's pretty good.
Anyone else?
It's not too late to go with Clive.
Yeah, Bobby and Clive.
Are you Clive? Turner and Hitch.
Oh right, I'm Clive.
You're
Yeah, you're Clive.
Sorry, I've been telling everyone that. In fact, I haven't told anyone what my name is. Doesn't matter. I'm Clive. Got it.
Do you remember what we're here for? Clive.
What are we here for? I think we might be here for different reasons.
Yeah, well, no, we're here for that, obviously.
What's that?
Right, Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're here for that, but also we're here to find out
We
why
hear all of this.
Rhonda.
Yeah.
We hear it all.
Why? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know what? That makes so much sense. Do you know what it is? Since you look so much younger than you used to, I can't take you as seriously.
How stealthy are you having this conversation?
I don't get
Not
it.
very
So stealthy.
Right. You turn around and right
anyone
behind
else
you.
who thinks they're in the lounge car?
Yeah, I'm
roll,
100% in the line.
roll perception.
Hey,
to
no,
see if you can hear.
Okay.
You want to roll stealth?
No.
No.
But I've just left the guest quarters. Yeah, I guess.
I thought you went to because
No,
he was
you're
in
right.
the
No.
I know, so sad.
I thought mine was bad.
A 10.
That's fine.
Okay.
I got a 1. But
Oh,
then
okay.
I've got, hold on, so 7.
Okay.
But
Nice.
still pretty bad.
13.
13.
Ah, better than me 10.
Yeah, I
Do
think.
you want
I
us
think
to
you're
roll
lost
stealth?
in your own sort of thoughts.
Yeah, I'm staring out the window at the countryside,
Oh, yeah.
breathing a little bit
Do
deeper.
you want me to roll
Yeah,
stealth
yeah.
with disadvantage?
trees, thank God.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
very stealthy.
Yeah, sure.
That's a nat 1.
Okay.
So we all hear.
Um,
Word for word.
you can definitely hear what's going on. I think you maybe just pick up like a couple of words, but like you
I think
can
it's
like,
like-
oh, they're talking about something.
I think it's like I could listen, but I just don't care enough. It's
Yeah.
probably them. Yeah.
Aye,
Yeah.
man.
Mine's another
Fair,
stuff.
fair, fair.
Feel that.
So what
Um,
do you want to? I'll step in afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, I think Edwin would just be like, have found himself a quiet, cozy little corner and be doing a bit of people watching, but is absolutely devastated by the fact that there isn't dinner tonight. So he's like scurrying in his like all his pockets in his cloak to try and find like berries and crackers and snacks and stuff that he like keeps in there for emergencies.
Cool. Nice.
Oh, what am I doing? I think I will go and put some of my stuff down in my little guest quarters, briefly, and then I will make my way back to the lounge car, past these guys talking, just with a little like "excuse you" on my way past, and then I will set myself up on a little chair by the window just to watch nightfall on
Yeah.
the train.
Cool.
Lost in my thoughts.
Sounds great.
I'll head back to my. These are separate quarters, still within the same place though, so it's kind of a private-ish room.
Yeah.
So I'll head back. I'll this robe, take off the sort of big black blue robe that's sort of covering over most of my body, and underneath that you see there's like a sort of hidden bag. It's sort of like hidden away so that it isn't too obvious that I'm traveling with everything I've got. Put that underneath the bed, and come back out with what used to be a couple of newspapers that I've got from my bag. And as I come back through, you see a completely bald gentleman with scars across the head. 11 scars, if you count it across. They look inflected by maybe glass. And he goes and sits on next to one of the tables, gets a whiskey, sits, starts reading it and smoking another cigarello as he's reading through one of the several newspapers he's brought with him.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Now you know I'm human.
Yeah. Can I just kind of
Give me the edgy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Check you up and down.
That twitchy eye, working
Yeah.
overtime.
Roll an insight. Roll an insight.
Insight.
An insight.
Oh, not one.
Oh no!
Yeah. Well, not one, but it goes up to 8. So yeah. No, not
Should I tell you know just from a 1? So
Yeah, you decide how much you can
So,
tell from the way.
It's an 8. 'cause
An
you're-
8 plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But not one.
There's no really that ones, but that's only combat that ones are a thing.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that is true.
I
They
thought that was
changed
a
it with the new
2024 thing.
Oh, they changed it.
I thought it was. I thought a net is always a net, like a crit is
Baldur's
always a
Gate.
crit.
Yeah,
I thought so.
maybe.
I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right. I didn't bring my PHP for some reason. So maybe
Up
that's
to
it.
you, DM.
So you see, he's got bright orange eyes, as I mentioned before. That's not really a human thing. So I don't know if that makes you think that maybe they're not fully human or something, but it's kind of bright orange, almost snake-like eyes or dragon-like eyes, like sort of a slit down the middle rather than just a pupil. There we go. So I think I'm looking to use if you're the smart person. So to clarify, in
I'll
game,
take it.
not you. But yeah, so maybe you think something else is going on there, but not too much sure beyond that.
Okay.
Oh. Just realised I can't see that picture very well. How many seats have I put in the lounge car?
8,
4,
10,
5, 6, 7,
11,
8, 9, 10,
13,
and
14.
4 bar stools. Yeah,
14.
10 seats,
Oh, yeah.
4 bar stools.
Okay, cool. So,
So enough for all 12 patrons and some staff.
so
Well,
As-
staff will be standing, surely.
We're not allowed to sit.
Absolutely
Not
not.
even on the breaks.
Not in the lounge car.
This is a classy establishment.
Yeah, exactly.
Have to pay to lounge.
They can sit in the staff quarters.
Well, just with our single beds compared to our double beds.
I know,
so
I've got a
rude.
single bed as
That
well.
doesn't make any
Guys.
sense.
Oh, wait.
if you're on this
No,
side,
we're all in
this
Yeah.
side are the bigger
Oh.
suites,
Ah.
and on this side you have the smaller ones. But
Busted.
I was, I think it's all NPCs there on this side. I didn't think anyone was wealthy enough to afford to have bigger seats.
Oh no, definitely
I made
not.
that
But still.
Definitely not.
So in the lounge car, you see behind the bar is another staff member in the staff uniform, a tall elven woman with kind of long hair. She's taken the kind of jacket off and just has the kind of red waistcoat with the gold buttons and a white shirt that she's rolled the sleeves up of, and she's just kind of pouring some drinks for people. Not particularly chatty, but is kind of leaning against the bar and polishing a glass. As you look around, I think, are you all in here, or is anyone in their rooms, or is everyone's back? Everyone's in the lounge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you look around and see all of these faces, and you also see some people you see Nathaniel Fogg in the corner scribbling in his little journal. You see the dwarf who's ordered himself a whiskey as well.
Obadiah is definitely at the bar with some whiskey.
Cool.
100%.
And you see the Dragonborn is also at the bar. Yeah, I think the Dragonborn is at the bar, sitting on the bar stool beside, or actually no, he's standing. If you're sitting, and then he just kind of turns to you, and kind of says, "So, my fine fellow, what brings you on this journey?
Well,
If you don't mind me asking, of course."
that is quite personal, to be honest, but
Oh, right.
I'll engage
I'm
with
so
you
sorry.
because I haven't had much communication with the outside world, as it were, for a long time. It was my wife's greatest wish that we would journey across Europa and hit some of the good sites, yeah, Paris, was it like Brussels and Prague and shit. What's the other one? Budapest. We going there?
I don't believe this train stops in Budapest.
Either
I
way.
could be wrong.
Is that not the final destination? It doesn't matter. Yeah, she's dead now though. Sorry.
Oh, we do. Sorry. I
No.
just remembered we do stop in Budapest. You're absolutely right.
He's just mentioned his dead wife.
Right.
Oh, what was that? What was I saying?
Way to change the subject, Minden. I mean, whoever you are. What's your name, sorry? Dragonborn?
My name is
Sorry,
Clifford.
that's really rude to be like, that's what your species is. Sorry.
My name is Clifford.
Are you red?
Clifford Ranzar. He's gold.
Gold.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You can call me Cliff. And he holds out a hand.
Alright,
for a hand.
nice to meet you, Cliff.
And yourself?
I'm Obadiah.
Oh,
My wife's dead. Why are you on the train?
Well, I'm actually a professor of economics in the university in the city of Sofia, you see. And I was in Paris on attending an economic conference. Would you like to know more about it?
Yeah, go for it. I got time. Sorry, I said my name was Obadiah. I've just remembered. That's a joke.
No.
That was a joke.
That was a joke name.
Yeah, that was a prank name.
Right.
Am I hearing any of this?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You just face down on the floor of the lounge car.
You can jump in if you want.
My actual name's Clive.
Clive.
And this is what we've agreed on. So that's what we're going for the remainder of this journey is Clive. And if I say anything other than that, please feel free to correct me. So, the university, tell me about that.
Roll an insight check. Roll a... Bob.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah.
Are you regretting teaming up with Ollie?
Yeah. Never played together before.
Yeah.
You learn pretty quickly. Pretty par for the course.
That's actually one of Ollie's more serious characters.
Honestly, genuinely, probably number 2 most serious character. I rolled a 12.
12? Okay.
Oh, my perception's terrible. A 9.
Okay. You think Cliff has lodged that name in his head? Obadiah. He might call you Clive the rest of the journey, but
Cliff,
you know that.
that's like the same as my name, Clive. Let's make that association right now.
similar,
That's
isn't
very
it?
similar. We're so similar, you and I.
So similar.
So university, tell me about that.
Yes, exactly. Well, the conference in Paris was actually on interesting new research that suggests implementing new systems to safeguard the keeping of accounts.
Wow,
And he just kind of rambles on a little bit.
love spreadsheets.
A spreadsheet. I'm not sure what you're calling.
Think about it. And
Sheets
Obadiah
that
winks.
spread. So okay, these two are just kind of chatting at the bar. You guys are all in the lounge. You're kind of hearing a little bit of their conversation. Anyone else wanting to approach any of the other guests here, or have do any other things?
Is anyone sitting at the table that I'm sitting at, the 4x4 at the very top left corner?
Yeah, I think Nathaniel Fogg is there writing in his little journal.
Okay, so
He's not said anything yet.
So I'm reading all these sort of newspapers the same
Yeah.
sort of time he's doing that. I'm using one of my cantrips to sort of stir the ice that's in the glass. And I was going to say, what is it you're writing there?
Oh, he looks a little startled because he seems like he was absorbed in his own little world there. Oh yes, I'm just I'm writing a story, you see, and I'm just taking everything in around me in case it's an inspiration for my work.
What sort of story are you writing?
Well, it's hopefully some sort of action adventure type thing, and as it will take place on a train. So I thought I would ride one of the greatest trains in the world and hopefully be inspired.
This being in the place gives you some inspiration for your thoughts. I perhaps have some things to potentially help you out.
Oh.
I was part of the crew that was the Saviours of Atlantia. Perhaps you'd want to talk a little bit about that.
Oh, I have. I think I have heard of some events that went on down into that? You were involved somehow. He kind of turns a page and then.
I'm not going to get into here, but I'm going to just start
give
to
him
retell a little bit of a tale.
Yeah, cool.
Of
Okay.
the underwater squid that was later below the city, drawing energy from all these sort of things. So,
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
telling the sacrifice of Bones the Great.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to make any rolls? Do you want to do like an insight or anything on this guy?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'll do an
Okay.
insight check.
Yeah.
That one.
You're maybe so enraptured in your own story that you're just not
Can I also
studying
do a
his
performance
face
check?
or-
Just while
Oh yeah, sure.
that was a 10. That was not as bad, but still.
Okay.
I'm rolling bad. I'm gonna
You're
get rid
doing
of
a
it.
decent job of telling the story. It's you maybe forgotten some
Key elements.
some key elements. Missed out Franklin entirely.
I don't know what to talk about.
I don't think he did.
Understandable.
Yeah, cool. So that's what those two are doing over in the corner.
So from my solo little seat by the window, the second that I hear Cliff mention economics, something in my elfie ears, and I'm just gonna turn my attention onto him with real definable hatred from my seat. And I'm wondering if I could roll an insight check as I'm judging him.
Yeah,
I see.
100%. Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Great.
Please do.
Oh, damn it. Okay, 5. And then plus 6. So 11. So again, not great.
11. Yeah. You can sort of pick up from his conversation with Clive.
Sorry, I can't. Cliff and Clive.
Cliff
It's too
and
great.
Clive.
Yes.
That he's pretty arrogant, this guy. Believes his sort of his expertise. You hear him sort of disagreeing with things at the conference that he heard, and as he's kind of explaining it and being like, well, I wish, I don't think that was quite right. I would have done this differently, and
Sure.
that sort of thing. And if Clive is trying to steer the conversation somewhere else, he kind of tries to bring it back to something that he's more interested in. So you kind of get that vibe of like he's just found someone to talk to because he likes the sound of his own voice.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of
Fantastic.
what you get from
I think as a result, I'm probably going to go and get a drink.
it. Okay, they are at the bar.
I'll
Okay, right, I
I'll
see.
get a bit closer, get a drink. I don't think I won't speak to anyone,
Okay,
but then I'll go and drink with a heavy sigh, watching the sun go down.
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think I'd head to the bar as well, and ask for a martini, but it's mostly olives rather than martini. Yes, exactly. It's food on the brain.
Love it.
Chill touches 2D10.
Wait, do you want just
Cantrip.
how many olives?
As many as will fit, please.
As many as will fit in the martini.
Yes. Or a bigger glass, if you have a bigger glass.
All right. And then she kind of, you get in a bit of a judgy way. She goes over and like you can tell that she's a little bit sort of haughty, a little bit kind of like I'm above this kind of thing. Goes over to the shelf, unscrews the jar of olives, and just kind of sets it in front of you, and then goes and makes a martini and like puts it at the side. And as many olives as you like.
He's just gonna shamelessly take both. Thank you, and like give her a little nod.
So you guys kind of witnessed that as well, the kind of attitude of the bartender a little bit at the same time. Okay, let's see.
I'm sure it's a great conversation you're having there, mate. But you are telling everyone that your name's Clive, right?
Yes.
Right, good. That's all I wanted to know.
Can
Good.
we just have a sidebar quickly? Sorry, Go Dragonborn man.
Cliff and
Yes,
Clive.
our
We
names
have
are
this
so
whole
similar.
thing.
Our names are so similar. I will
Unbelievable.
never forget your name.
Um,
I'm gonna take a little sidebar with this
of course.
person.
And he goes over and sits down beside the dwarf at the other table and starts talking to him, and you can hear that kind of having a conversation.
Yeah, Bob. I gotta be honest. I almost blew it. I held it together at the end, but it was so close.
Mate, it's this is your job.
Well, I'm retired, but I understand what you're saying. My job is actually more detection and less being a snoopy little so-and-so.
You know, like I'm right next to them because I'm sitting right here. Did I hear any of this? 'Cause
It's a sidebar.
you don't move.
Still at the bar.
At the bar. Yeah.
One more
Turned around,
perception.
yeah.
One more perception, and a stealth without the disadvantages, because you are actually trying to be.
Am I being stealthy as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Goodness.
12.
I have disadvantage on stealth
Oh, anyway.
because of my armor.
Oh, okay.
8.
It's 22.
Your part of the conversation's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can like make up for some of the some things that he's like kind of stumbling on. You can kind of cut him off before he's at a yeah, exactly. So you know that they're having a conversation in hushed tones. Maybe you don't quite get the meat of the
I didn't
conversation.
hear the it's my
That
job
makes
to detect.
Okay.
Just checking.
Just don't be stupid now, Clive. All right.
Gulp. Why are you so intimidating now? I swear you didn't used to be like this. Anyway, yes, sir, Bob.
We gotta.
I'm on it.
Don't be a top. All right.
A tub.
A top.
A tub.
Give him a smack across the ears. And...
Is that a con save or what? Dex save, maybe.
Zion, what is your passive perception?
11. It's not high.
11. Okay. So, as the evening draws on, the skies darken as the train is speeding through the Frankian countryside. We've got Clive and Bob at the bar. We've got Logren and Cliff across on the seats at the top there. Yeah, up there. We've got Edwin and Edulus at just below them, or at the same table, or separate tables? Yeah, I think
Sorry,
maybe
Cliff and
you're
Clive at this one.
Maybe at the same one.
Yeah, okay.
And then across at the end, we've got
Clive's at the bar.
Nathaniel and
Zion.
Zion. Yes. At this point, Nathaniel does excuse himself and say, I'm going to go back to my quarters now. It was lovely chatting to you, Zion. Giving me many ideas and thoughts for my book.
Yes, well, I hope that's helpful. Make sure I get a little credit in there somewhere.
Of course. Zion, last name?
Swiftstone.
Swiftstone. Perfect. And he kind of closes the book and goes out into the guest quarters.
Let's go back to read my newspaper.
So the train left the station at about 7:30 p.m. Maybe a couple hours have gone by, so like 9:30 p.m. Getting a little bit later. You guys can stay up or head off or do whatever you want. Talk to anyone else?
Right. Bob. I I feel bad about dropping the ball so badly earlier. So whatever you want to do, I will be your wingman for the next 45 minutes, and then I need to hit the hay because I'm knackered. I'm old. Have I said that before?
It's alright. Just stay in here. Don't cause a fuss. I'm gonna go and snoop.
Right.
So if anybody starts coming,
Yeah.
you just hold
If
them
they
off.
start coming, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be long. It'll be maybe 10 minutes. I'm just gonna go and snoop for some
10
time.
minutes tops.
Okay. So where are you wanting to snoop? Around the guest quarters or further into the train here?
I'm going to.
So you know that most of the guests are here in the lounge car.
Yeah,
It's
Nathaniel's
only
gone.
Nathaniel and Lilwyn, the lady in the green dress.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
But
And-
your quarters are right at the back there. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the two I'd actually want to look at, but if they were in the guest quarters, I'll just have a look at maybe I'll try and slip in maybe the first carriage, so Zion's carriage, and I'll make my way around.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'll
You're
kinda,
snooping into Zion's.
Yeah, I'll snoop in, I'll see if there's any kind of stuff and whatever, and then
Okay.
I'll make my way around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll me a stealth check, please.
Woohoo! Snoopy. Stealth check. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry.
I got you.
Oh, good.
Oh.
28.
28. Fantastic.
That's good as job.
Yeah, I think that's. Should we do that against passives? But I think that beats everyone's
Oh, yeah.
passives.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So you manage to get into Zion's quarters unnoticed. Roll an investigation check for me.
Investigation is a 23.
23. Okay, so looking around Zion's quarters here, I mean, he hasn't had much time to do anything, with it. But you do see that he's dumped this big bag, or no, under the bed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's under the bed. Yeah,
Under the
but
bed, but you do
stuff
you
like
find that under the bed, like it was a lot of stuff that he was carrying with him that you didn't think he had on him on the platform, if you remember back. So you were like, no, he was hiding the stuff, and now he's put it down. Would there be anything else of note in Zion's quarters?
So
Did
there's.
you take off an outer cloak?
Yes, so there's a blue robe essentially.
A blue robe, yeah.
And you notice sort of the belt of that robe is almost like a rosary that sort of Catholic folk have, that's sort of usually around your neck, but it's kind of the belt. And on that belt you see these names inscribed on each one of the little wooden beads. Yeah, as Jiao Su, Jiao Mei, Bardo Indis. So I've got you in WhatsApp. I can just send you this.
Yeah.
So I was just going to go on for too long, but I'll say it anyway for the purposes of the camera. Boleth Peace Flower, Gloria Mist Spirit, Dolsalor Ash Fate, Athed Gilbrew, Zuri Gilbrew, Jules Givet, and Santil Varis. I'll send you a photo of that just now. Ross, actually, you got his number. Could you send it across?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can.
I'll do
I
it.
can send you those list of names if you think you'd be jotting down those names, looking closer at the belt.
Not.
There's also
There's one more thing that you do notice.
Mm-hmm.
A small piece of the bottom of Zion's robe has been torn off.
Okay. A small piece at the end of Zion's robe's been torn off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm mainly looking for anything to do with kind of like kind of arcane stuff predominantly,
Okay.
or slash anything to do with kind of like tiefling hate mail.
So I'm pretty sure you don't find any tiefling hate mail. Anything arcane.
Wait, hold on. Have you checked with Jonny?
Not 100%.
Dorsalor Ashfate is a name of a tiefling. It sounds like a tiefling-inspired name to some degree. It would maybe be the only thing tiefling related in my inventory. And when it comes to magical goods, there seems to be nothing. There's a lot of clothes, mostly various colours of blues and green suits, and like shirts and ties that would match. But all looks to be they look like they've been ripped apart, but then stitched back together. If that makes sense. So like almost, it still looks fine, but like you'd notice if you look close, it's not really expensive stuff. It looks like it's been worn for a long time, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I know this tiefling person? Are they a person of legend or?
Not a person of legend. No, I don't think you would know who that is.
Okay.
I think.
I think it just sounds
Yeah,
tiefling-y.
you recognize it as being, oh, this person was probably a tiefling, but there's not really much more that you'd glean from just the name.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep making my way about. I'll keep my eye on the doors. I'll just see if Clive is making sure that Clive is keeping an eye on the door.
Sure.
But
He's not. No,
Roll. Roll.
it's like super speed. It's like
perception check for me.
Okay, cool. Perception check. Okay. So 22.
22.
Your rolls are coming.
Wow.
You hear so straight across from Zion is Cliff's room. You remember when everyone was being shown their rooms? That was Cliff's room. You hear some rustling from inside Cliff's room.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
You want to go into Cliff's room?
Yeah.
Okay. You go in and you see Nathaniel going through Cliff's stuff, and he spots you, and there's this moment of neither of us are supposed to be in here. He doesn't say anything yet.
Well, you never know. Maybe he thinks that might be his room.
I'm sorry, but I thought this was my room.
Yes. Well, it's my room. So, if you could kindly leave and go back to yours, I'll
No,
This is my room. See?
Does it say the name on the door of who the room is? Or?
No.
Oh, okay. It's your room.
It's a good bluff.
Could I tell if he's lying?
You
saw
can
him go into the
definitely.
room earlier.
You know that he's lying.
You saw him go there, remember?
You know that he's lying because you know that this is Cliff's room. You saw Cliff being shown this room.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, right, okay. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure this is Cliff's room, right?
Oh, he kind of he looks around and is like, you're absolutely correct. You're right. And then he kind of like tries to just go past you and be like, you're right. I'm in the wrong room, and tries to just go down the corridor as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what you want to do.
Okay. I'm gonna head straight back to Clive and tell Clive this information.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. Nathaniel, but was looking through Cliff's room just now.
Nathaniel, which one's that again?
The human guy scribbling on his notepad.
Oh, that's mega sus. Notepads are mega sus.
But he's looking through Cliff's room, mate.
No, that's weird, that is. Here, while we're here, Do you have an hour?
It's kind of nearing on 10 p.m.
What do you mean if I've got an hour?
Like, see how earlier I was like, I want to support you for a wee bit because I feel like a dickhead. Like, if you've got an hour, I can cast a spell on you. Also, do you consider yourself to be a young adult for the purposes of a spell?
Yes, I am.
Right. We've got an hour.
I'm older than you, mate.
Yeah, I know, but that whole magic thing happened, remember? And now you're young.
Spoilers.
I was gonna say. Big plot.
Yes, I'm a young adult.
You're young now, Bob.
Yeah.
Right. So if you've got an hour, for the next 24 hours, whenever you make an ability check, you can add a d4 but to an ability check. You can only do it once, but it's worth an hour. You can pick whenever you want.
Okay.
Are you saying
Add
it
a
out loud?
In my room, right?
I thought you went back to the
It's the word
You're back
aloud.
in
Oh,
the
I'm
lounge.
still in the lounge. Yeah, this is all I But
I guess if you're really trying to eavesdrop on them, you can hear what they're saying. But I would say if you're not really trying, then you know it's just conversation in the room that's just kind of watching over you.
Right. What are we gonna do about this Nathaniel guy, mate?
Is this an hour later?
No, this is right now.
Yeah, what do you want to do? I remember I said whatever you want to do, I'll back you up 100% because that's what brothers do.
I say we go in there and give him a bit of a tussle, mate.
Should we fuck him up?
Find out what he's doing.
I haven't had a proper fight in so long. Oh, mate, this pure takes me back to the days. Remember?
I'm not very intimidating though. You're the scary one between us both.
Tell your face. I mean, I'm happy to do intimidation checks or whatever. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
then.
are you guys leaving the bar, going through and confronting Nathaniel?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Okay,
Drama already.
cool. Okay, so you guys get to are you just knocking on his door or what are you doing?
Right.
Roll me just Cliff's room is easy because it was the very first one. But just roll me an intelligence check just to so you remember which one is Nathaniel's room.
Oh, we should actually check. We should actually check what Nathaniel was trying to look for.
Every single room.
before we bust in to Nathaniel's.
Right, you figure out what you want to do, because I'm going to do some shit when we're doing shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right, okay, let me go back to Cliff's room,
Yeah.
right? I'll go and check what Nathaniel's looking for.
Right,
If I have more information, then we'll go in and we'll bust through Nathaniel.
perfect. Bartender, another whiskey.
All right. And just pour
In
it
fact, just hand me the bottle. Save you the time.
You're running up quite a tab, and hands the bottom.
Oh, fuck. I thought it was open bar.
Not quite.
Is this,
an all
is
expenses
this not
paid.
first class?
You pay for all the meals are paid for, but the drinks from the bar are unfortunately extra.
Right, we'll have a chat about this later.
Okay.
Keep a lookout. I'll go off and look at through Cliff's room or try and see what Nathaniel was looking for.
And he's back.
Okay. Cool. Roll another stealth check.
Okay, 18.
Okay.
Something like Stelterson over there.
So you're
Rogue.
heading into Cliff's room first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to try and see what Nathaniel was looking
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation.
Terrible. Plus 9 though, so 13.
13. Okay. You. What do you find and go through?
Nathaniel.
Just hiding on the bed. No. You see his kind of ornate case that he had brought with him, that he was holding on the platform. It's locked. You could try and pick the lock if you wanted to. You see you try and go for the drawer in the bedside table, and it is also locked. So you're finding a lot of dead ends here. There's not an awful lot else.
I mean, do you have
in
like
here.
thieves' tools or anything?
If you wanted to try and unlock the case,
I'm a rogue. I probably do.
Yeah, it's
Probably
the key
should.
part, yeah.
so what's thieves' tools? Sleight of hand
Sleight of hand plus proficiency.
plus
yeah, right.
proficiency.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't have thieves' tools. Actually.
What
you know,
tools do you have?
I have a quiver,
Nice.
It's
a rope.
it's part of the starting equipment for rogues.
Yeah.
So I'd assume you'd have
It would be
On
very
the
interesting.
left-hand side at the bottom,
Good.
it should say
Prob-
under
I mean,
tools.
Probably because you multi-class from.
That's just proficiency.
from
doesn't say
fight,
you
yeah.
just
No, it
have
says
them.
tools then, yeah.
Do
Ah,
something
yeah,
else.
Was it-
their proficiency.
what are you
goes
doing,
towards
like,
what it shows.
Oh.
But
Fight
technically
to
speaking,
5.
every
You
rogue
actually
has
three.
like
Fight
every
to
rogue
one,
should have
rogue 7.
Okay. You will. You
And
would
you can-
definitely
He
have
does.
thieves' tools.
You
yeah,
absolutely
okay.
can have thieves' tools.
That's
You
right,
haven't had
yeah.
thieves' tools.
Oh
that's
yeah,
not a
okay.
problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
So you're going for the case or the drawer?
Let's go for the case.
Okay. DC 15, so let's see if you can beat it.
So your sleight of hand plus.
Sleight of hand plus
3.
proficiency, yeah.
Sleight of hand plus 3. Okay.
It's like,
Yeah, 16.
Oh, just. So you're working away at this thing for a little bit, and you finally hear the click, and you open it up, and there are loads of documents about economics.
No,
Slams it back.
no tiefling hate mail.
Roll one more investigation for me.
Yeah.
ask what every first letter of the whole thing is, and you see I hate tiefling. You know. You find it.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Investigation.
You-
29.
You realize that there is a secret compartment in this case. You're like, oh, this, like, the depth of what it looks like on the outside does not match what's on the inside, and you kind of feel the edges around this bit, and then you manage to sort of get this off, and there's a secret compartment. It's empty. You
Boo.
reckon, but Nathaniel was in here. He may have gotten in and managed to steal these, whatever was in here already.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Cool. Alright. I'll, yeah, it's time to.
But it is suspicious that a secret compartment is. There's nothing in it.
Can you tell if it's been tampered with recently, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. You got a strong suspicion that whatever is in here has been stolen really recently.
Right. Okay. Okay. Right. I will. Showtime, I guess. I'll head back out and tell Clive what I've discovered.
Okay.
Clive, we're not going to do any here this time, okay? Come back to our quarters.
Right. Right, while we're having this conversation, let's cut away to someone else.
Yeah.
Anyone have something they wanted to?
A crossfade too.
Yeah.
So we're both sitting at this table here. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah. With
So-
someone else. Who else are we with?
Are we with
Ed?
anyone?
No, I think it's just you.
Oh, is it?
I think it's
Yeah,
just us two.
I've written the wrong thing down.
No, I
what's
think you
the-
have written the right name, but we don't know your name yet.
Okay, I see.
So after a very long period of silence of us both sitting there, and I'm looking out the window, eventually the moon begins to rise, and suddenly I become a lot more relaxed and a lot happier, and I start eyeing your olives. And then eventually I'm like, it would be nice if you offered me an olive.
It would be nice if they gave me more olives to share. But he'll like move it across the table and like offer you some.
Were you expecting dinner?
Yes. Were you?
Yes.
That's awful.
And then I'm gonna straight up, who are you?
Edwin Golly. Pleased to meet your
Edwin
acquaintance.
Watley?
Golly.
I see.
Yes. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. And you?
Edulus Freeborn. You can call me Eddie.
Hey, you could call me Eddie too.
That might get confusing.
I'll stick with Edwin. What are you doing here?
I'm on this journey to right a wrong.
Oh, dramatic.
I need to find somebody in Constantinople and restore the idol to my sacred grove.
Ah. That sounds a lot fancier than what I'm up to.
What are you up to? I saw your slippers.
Oh, they're very comfy. I would highly recommend.
Are you wearing them now?
100%. Obviously,
As
he's
soon as you
wearing
get
them.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as he hit the lounge, the slippers were on.
Excellent.
Edulus is staring at the slippers while you're talking. And confused.
It's like talons are just
You see
like a
Zion,
cat with like.
Zion looking in despair.
Yeah. He wants to be comfy when he's traveling. I'm out selling my wares, my inventions, my knickknacks.
Oh.
You look worried.
Are you an inventor?
Of sorts, yes.
What do you invent?
Anything that needs inventing.
Do you use electricity?
Trying to figure that out. Mostly magic, but some electricity. I just have lots of cogs, and he like opens his cloak. It's just loads of pockets.
Edulus like flinches.
Well, I think one of the people selling watches.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
just,
the trinkets.
Just
cogs.
Oh, cogs.
Unconnected cogs.
No, I missed what you said.
cogs.
Cogs.
Not anything else.
Yes.
Oh.
Cogs with a G.
But I still flinch, to be clear.
Yeah, fair. Very fair as a response.
I don't know how to respond to that. She says that out loud. I don't know how to respond to that.
You can have a look at some if you want. And he just starts like loading stuff onto the like table. And there's just a lot of like clang, 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 clang.
Edulus clearly doesn't want to touch them. What do you make with them?
Anything. Well, I'm currently working on an orb that tells the future, if you will. And like pulls out what is basically a magic 8-ball.
Can it tell me if I will be successful in Constantinople?
Shake it, find out.
Edulus very tentatively and haughtily. Better luck next time.
Catches it as it rolls off the table.
I don't like your inventions. But I'll have another olive.
Brilliant. Okay. The night draws. Wait. What does the night draw?
Draws in.
In. There you go. The night draws in. gets darker and darker outside. You see Cliff and Logren, who have been having a loud, hearty conversation over on those other chairs up there. They go towards their quarters at the same sort of time. It's about 11:30.
So like an hour after.
Yeah. Mhm.
So you have a D4 to any ability check.
For the next 24 hours.
One ability check of your choice.
Until like 10:30 p.m. the next day.
For 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, but you started the spell at like 9:30.
Yeah, but only if
No.
it starts as it finishes.
Once
Was an
it
hour to
finishes.
cast it.
10:30.
So-
Exactly.
It was
10:30.
at
10:30 following
It was
day.
at 10.
It was at
So
10. Okay.
11 o'clock.
Where this is gonna have no consequence. Okay. 11 o'clock. You got it until 11 o'clock next the next
She's
day.
gonna need that skill at like 10 past 11
So,
or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's you're
Like,
at 100%.
Time.
But I only get like 8, so.
Is everyone sort
That
of
stacks.
one by one sort of the bar
And I can do
closes.
bless.
You see the bartender, the elven bartender, pack everything up and leave out the back to go to the staff quarters, and are you guys kind of one by one going back to your quarters?
So
and
during the
heading to
last
bed?
hour long we're sitting here,
Sure.
reading through these newspapers, and every now and then circling something, see me like adding some notes to a notepad. I finish off probably my second or third whiskey, depending on how the time is when. Just put the newspapers into my pocket and just walk through the room, just ignoring everyone else. I've already tried to meet my friends twice and didn't happen. No, and I'm just gonna get some rest.
Sure. As you enter your chambers, roll a perception check for me.
6.
Okay. You don't notice anything.
Just close off the room, fall asleep.
Yeah.
You hear me as I'm sort of maybe going through to my room, saying the words Jesu, Jemi, Bardo Indas, Boroth, Gloria, Dulceror, Athed, Zuri, Jules, Santil. And I'm saying it again, you hear maybe hear if you're close to my room. Any
Bit of a sort of
which one of these?
mantra.
I'm next door to you. I'm at Indulus.
You might hear me say it a few times in the night
In the
before.
night.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, the chanty guy.
that's it.
The chat.
Yeah.
Olive guy, Channy guy.
I'm not like screaming it.
Cog guy.
Oh god. Okay, that's more memorable
Yeah,
to be
okay.
fair.
Everyone just heading off to bed.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll,
we're
They've got a
about
solo
to.
adventure to go on.
Yeah, we're about
Oh
to.
yeah, what are you guys
we'll
doing?
wrap
Yeah.
up our. I don't know. Did you want to?
Yeah, excuse me.
With all the cogs. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, we'll have a Edulus will humour you a little more about your inventions, and then
Okay.
eventually be like, "It's been a very traumatic week, and I need to go to bed," and we'll then quite abruptly get up and leave.
Edwin's just sat there like, what did I do? Oh,
But
no.
also with quite an aggressive. It was nice to meet you.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's soothed. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Right.
Right. And so there were two.
Are you off to bed as well? Or
Yeah, I think Edwin would go to bed and like get all his stuff nice how he likes it, and then set like a little like enchanted like rock thing he's got like on the door handle in case anyone like tries to come in the night. So it'll like alert him.
Okay. Yeah.
Just set up the other room as an alarm clock.
Yeah.
It goes off and,
Just rocks everywhere enchanted. And he also has another rock that like makes sounds of the ocean, and he has that next to his bed, so he listens to that to go to sleep.
Nice.
so
Love
you
it,
hear
love
oceans and chant.
Yeah.
Yeah, ocean from one side and
Yeah.
chanting from the other
I'm
side.
like, it's like the Caledonian sleeper. I can't do it.
So,
Right, Clive. We've got two options here, mate. We go by the law, like we do back home, and we go to Cliff. Yeah, right. And we tell him that so and so's missing. Or we bust down this door right now, get Nathaniel into a chokehold and tell him what's going on.
Wow. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, well, I'm retired, so lawful good means slightly different thing now than it did before. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Think about it. The law that I'm following now is not the law that I portray, but the law that reaches me from on high.
What are they saying?
He's in. Fucking go for it, bud. Ain't fucking smash it. Do whatever the fuck you want. Are you hearing that as well, or is that just me? I might be too many whiskies in to be making this call, to be honest. I think it would be probably better if you made the call.
Why do you work together?
Entirely
we don't-
different personalities.
We never really worked together. We're just brothers.
Brothers. Yeah,
Two brothers. Aligned through blood. Maybe? I don't know. We have the same dad.
Right. Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, after you. You're the stronger one.
Right. Knock, knock, knock.
On Cliff's door.
On Cliff's door.
Cliff's door.
Wait, what?
Is it Nathaniel's door?
Nathaniel's door.
Accidentally
No,
had
no.
Cliff.
I like that. I like that. I like the way.
Cliff's just in the
Where
middle
are
of
you
this.
interrogating in the middle of it?
So,
Nathaniel.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Are you doing the
Nathaniel.
neck hold or telling Cliff?
I think you're doing an echo.
Apparently.
Oh, I see. It was tell Cliff or interrogate Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
That was my misunderstanding. Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay, you talk to Cliff because I've knocked on his door by accident.
Yes.
No, that was my fault.
I'll go to Nathaniel. And
No,
talk
we'll
to him.
talk to Cliff right
Right,
now.
right.
We'll talk to Cliff. We're here now.
Well, you hear the sound of the sea and some chanting in the other room. And you're right next door. And the sound of like a every now and then. I assume that's coming
Yeah.
from your way. I started again.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. You are knocking on Cliff's door.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
my misunderstanding. You can take it back.
No. I like it.
No,
I
go
like
for
it.
it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Who is it? What? Why are you waking me?
Our names are so similar. Do you remember
Oh yes,
Cliff?
Clinton something.
Yeah.
Was that
So
your name?
we wanted to talk.
Right.
He's gonna do the talking.
Well, is there time for talking tomorrow, perhaps?
No. This right now, right? I saw Nathaniel come out of your carriage, right, with something. I don't know what it was, but he was going through your stuff.
So if you got some stuff that you think might be better off not being stolen, if you want to check that right now and let us know what it was, that would be really supremely helpful.
Okay. Okay. So you.
You know the stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff in that secret compartment.
Right. I think you're mostly telling the truth. You did see Nathaniel. You didn't see him with
With
anything.
anything.
So I feel like I want to make you roll deception.
Sure. I'm gonna add a
Do you want to
D4
roll
to this.
persuasion?
Yeah, I can roll persuasion.
Yeah.
So, was it? what am I rolled in? What am I rolled in? Deception.
Deception.
Deception. Yeah, I'm adding a +4 to this one.
That's good.
Oh, that's good anyway. Okay, so 17 plus 3, so 20.
20. Amazing.
And I got a 10
Rolls
3.
again, so well.
Cool. So he absolutely believes you that you saw Nathaniel with something.
Yeah.
And yes, he is definitely persuaded to do something about it. What? You saw
Yeah,
Nathaniel
on my life.
take something? Well, alright, I'll go check my things.
Go check your things, right? And we're gonna go and bust his door down now, and you can ask him questions.
Well, oh my goodness,
Wait.
it seems perhaps a little hasty. Just let me Give me a moment, please. And he shuts the door and goes, and you hear the kind of click of a lock as he checks his case, and you hear a kind of shocked sort of, what? Ah! And then opens the door again and says, well, it seems I do have something missing. Shall we see if he has it?
What was it?
None of your business.
What's your deal? We just came to you and told you that we saw a guy stealing your shit.
Yes, and it's
now
a
you're
very
saying-
personal...
Now you're saying it's none of your business, but we're helping you out.
I am very appreciative of you helping me out, but it's none of... I don't need to tell you
Well,
what's
the flip
inside
side
my
is attitude.
personal
Alright.
documents.
So the door's slightly open on
Yeah, you guys-
Edulus and Zion's room.
Yeah, 100%. You guys can definitely hear raised
My
voices in
elf
the hallway.
ears right by the door.
Raised voices in the hallway.
My human ears.
I think Edwin's curious. It's just like by the door as well.
You turn off the sound.
Yeah.
So that you can hear better.
Right, well...
Obadiah's gonna cast Find Steed.
Uh-huh.
And a demonic dire wolf appears in red mist
Wow.
right in front of Clive.
Is that
Okay.
5 feet or is that 10 feet?
Uh,
A dire will fit in there, alright.
And I'll try and puff out my chest slightly.
that's the equivalent.
Equally
And
intimidating.
are you going for intimidate?
And then I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy on my voice and whisper in Cliff's ear. Using booming voice to give myself advantage on intimidation.
Whisper.
Okay.
I'm whispering it, but it comes into his ear as normal speech. Because it amplifies the sound.
Right. It's a
3
booming
times.
voice, but you're...
Like whispering it so
Yeah,
it cancels out. Yeah.
Think about it.
I don't think the spell works then.
Yeah, it does.
That's the thing.
No,
Roll your intimidation.
The way
Roll
that
your
it's
intimidation.
worded,
Sound like
your
it's the
voice
energy
booms
of a
up to
Yeah.
3 times as loud as normal.
Yes, as normal, not
Yes,
as
but I'm whispering.
It doesn't make a difference. roll it.
No, words at
Roll
all.
your intimidation with advantage.
So
I'm
much.
like, everyone's listening anyway.
Yeah.
We can hear it all.
Everyone in this carriage can hear what's going on.
Do our doors have
And I'm
people?
saying that's a 19.
It's the full square, so you have to.
Yeah, I think it's like a
Little
shutter
square.
that you have to kind of pull over.
Okay.
19 intimidation.
19.
And I say, you better watch yourself, little man.
You do definitely see a glint of fear go across his eyes, but then he quickly kind of masks it, and just puffs out his chest and is kind of like, well, you want to confront Nathaniel then?
Mate, he stole your stuff.
He did.
You're looking a bit puffy. Have you had too much yogurt?
He just gives you a stare.
See that intimidation just
This
is
is
so
showing he's
undermined.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah. After the booming whisper, he's like,
He puffed his chest out, and Obadiah's like, "You're looking a bit bloated, mate. you probably better check that out.
Okay.
There's some digestive issues in your chest."
Got you.
I see. Oh my gosh.
Well, no. I think I'd rather he's not going anywhere. We're on a train, for goodness sake. I'd rather confront him on my own, if I will,
Alright,
tomorrow morning.
good night. Sleep tight.
Thank you again. I appreciate you looking out for me. Good night.
Seems legit.
Shuts the door.
Bedtime. Bedtime? That's a call to action if ever I heard it. I'm so many whiskies in right now, I could go for a kip.
You do get the impression that he was genuinely afraid of you at the end of that.
Yeah, of course.
It worked.
He does have a point, I guess. He's not going to go anywhere.
Unless this is like a magic world where anything's possible. Have you considered that?
That's a good point.
Thank you. Bedtime? I'll be Big Spoon.
Just letting you know, some of us are trying to get some sleep. You see, like, he's got bright blue satin pajamas. He says, some of us are trying to get some sleep or go on adventure. What's going on here?
There's been some thievery going on, Zion.
Thievery.
Yeah. Watch out for the Nathaniel guy.
I had a conversation. He's writing a novel about crime and fantasy and action. Perhaps he's up to something himself.
Oh, I get it. He's trying to do that with a Christie.
Yes, but he's writing about it and actually doing it.
Yeah.
Story about a thief.
That's
right. Are we going to do something about it?
Well, I was thinking of busting his door down, but it is 11:30, right?
This isn't really our remit. I feel like we're overstepping our bounds. Why are we here again?
Let's just hit the hay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll deal with it tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good night,
Okay.
Zion. Watch out for Nathaniel.
Yes. Good night. I still didn't catch your name.
Bob.
Deception.
How long have you been waiting?
Although your deception's been really good.
Go on.
Deception, yeah. Deception.
Yeah.
Immediate that one.
Yeah, it's purposely. Oh my goodness!
come
Yeah,
on.
woo.
Well,
Such good rolls.
16. Do I add a 4 into this?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it. I've got 11 as my pass. You're fine. Well, good night, Bob. And as I start closing the door behind you.
I'm Clive.
I don't believe that one. Wait, what is your deception?
Plus
Maybe.
4.
Yeah.
That's a
helpful.
12.
Bobby and
13.
Clive. I love it every time.
So good.
Well, Bob and Clive. I'll see you in the morning. You should
Alright.
note stuff down. Bob and Clive.
We hit. We get a bed.
And as everyone is falling back to sleep after that interaction in the hallway, I think we go to Zion as you're asleep. I think you dream of snakes. And an
Snakes
On a train. Oh my god. Sorry. It had to be done. It had to be done. I'm sorry, do carry on.
no!
We couldn't get past
I
that.
never thought of that.
Did I dream of Samuel Jackson?
No.
My.
Fucking snakes on the side.
Royal cheese.
Hey.
Oh,
Okay, anyway.
and we're back in the game.
And,
Snakes.
Yeah. And you just see in this dream, in this nightmare, these snakes writhing around all together, and then one kind of curls its head up at you and goes right
Fireball.
for you. And yeah, do you want to roll wild magic?
Oh, did I roll the 100? Yep. We're doing it that way, or we're doing it that way?
Or
So a D20?
yeah, a d20, and then something bad will happen on a 1 or a 2.
17, something like that.
Yeah, you're fine. But you feel the magic kind of pulse through you as you jolt awake as this image of a snake just is lunging straight for you, and you just kind of burst awake, and you just feel this pulse of magic go through you, and an old scar starts to tingle on your shoulder. It's 2 small holes.
Nightmares again. I need to stop. He starts to put some material around his door and around sort of like the other places. Try and cover up in potentially flammable before he goes back to sleep.
Cool.
Can I do an Arcana check on the wind? If possible.
Yeah.
Nah, don't bother.
Okay.
I don't like your dice,
None taken.
So. Where are we?
They were good for me.
Everyone roll a perception check for me. With disadvantage as you're asleep.
Take out those and dream.
Was that perception?
Yeah, it might be around the time you're kind of woke up.
I'm just rolling a d20.
D20, yeah.
9.
9.
Oh, I rolled it twice.
Yeah,
18.
Yeah, and then take the lowest.
Take the
18.
lowest number.
Yeah.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, disadvantage.
I got 18.
18.
18 as well, wow.
11.
11
14.
and 14. Unfortunately, nobody higher.
What? 18.
Wow.
Vibing with my wave sounds, it's fine.
Sort of cheat the channel a little bit. So
It's just a whale noise occasionally.
before I go back to sleep, then I'll repeat that list of names.
Okay. And then later on in the night, coming into the early hours of the morning, everyone roll one more perception check.
Okay, I'm gonna get that roll.
Still with disadvantage, but the DC is a bit lower now.
I'm not gonna roll the same one before. So
No,
So annoying.
shit.
18.
Oh, fuck.
18 again, amazing.
No point in rolling a second one. I got a 1 and a 2.
Oh gosh.
I got a 4 and then
Oh, no, wait, hang on.
Then an 18. So it'll be
You
the
guys
4.
are fast asleep.
So mine's a
14.
5.
Got 10.
Got 5.
14. Where's your room?
Who? Which one of us?
Cannon rolled the highest, but your room is
The furthest.
way over there.
Oh.
Um,
So something's happening
But it's
somewhere.
But it's Cliff's room.
Sneaky Cliff.
I suppose it's a bit late to say, but I guess before I go to bed, I'll just make sure that like my gun is holstered up against the door, jamming it in.
oh yeah, okay.
that's quite a big rate. No problem.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've got a shotgun to the bad guy's head.
Yeah. Before I go to sleep, I ready 3 actions. kill the first 3 people that enter my room.
That's it.
Room service is gonna hate you.
Yeah. You're morning tea through the little hatch.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. You all awake early.
Am I Big Spoon? Oh, we've got separate
You've got
rooms.
separate
You've got
rooms.
separate rooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
Sure,
can choose what you do. He's a young adult.
That
an
is
old
true.
man.
For the next 24 hours, you are a young adult.
I don't know what that actually means age-wise. That could be really, really horrific. It sounds worse.
18 to 20.
You're an adult,
Let's go for
David.
that. Yes.
25.
You all,
Sorry.
you all awake at about 5 in the morning to the sound of a blood-curdling scream
Here we go.
coming
It's on.
from the lounge bar. Who do you think might rush out and go and investigate?
I think I
Yeah.
would.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
I think I'd be a bit slow to leave out. I'm going to firstly fold the bed back in place, or bed sheets, go through my list of names again, and then go through afterwards, well, maybe about a minute or two later than everyone else.
Sure.
I'll kind of like stealth my way out, gun cocked to the side.
Okay.
Hiding
Kind of
under
like
a massive trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll kind of like I won't go into the room, but I'll kind of like hang back.
Okay.
And I'll be stalking right behind you with my frickin' crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, actually, my demonic direwolf
Still there.
Just
is
chilling
probably
in the hallway.
chilling, like just sleeping outside or just inside my door
How long does it last for?
forever.
So it has been outside your door, like.
No,
what's
inside my door.
Inside
Inside
your
your door.
door.
What's the sort of situation when it comes to bloodline movements?
It's magical, I think.
What's magical poo?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Check.
fiendish poops.
Nice. Just in case.
Which
that's
just
smell.
immediately disintegrate.
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect. So those perception checks during the night, do you want to roll 2 for?
I absolutely would love to, with disadvantage still.
Do you think your magical steed needs to sleep?
It
No.
doesn't have keen senses.
Probably not.
So is that not advantage?
With advantage, yeah, maybe.
You don't need to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need as much sleep. As
I don't need.
4 hours.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I gave you
I need
disadvantage
4
with
hours.
both. What would it have been with
Perception
a
is
normal roll last time?
+1.
18 wasn't it?
18.
Yeah.
And then plus, I'd have been on 24.
Okay.
Yeah!
Wait, that.
Circle of the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is
yeah,
it not
I'll
just 'cause you're
roll
an
as
elf
well.
you
The
sleep
first
before
one was an 18,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
still not low
I'm
enough.
a circle
That was
of the moon.
cocked on a nat
Druid
20
elf.
and a nat 1, but I'm gonna roll that again.
Yeah, that's good.
19 for the second one. Still probably not high enough, eh? I'm only one door down from Inkarnate.
Yes, to that.
Yeah, so the second time
Yeah.
you would have heard
Yes.
you would have heard a door opening and closing, someone going out of their compartment, going into the lounge car, and voices coming from the lounge car that were a little bit agitated. I don't know if that would have made you get up and have a look down the hallway. What do you think your character would have done in that moment? As they're kind of not trance out of their trance state. So you've had your 4 hours of trance. You're up.
I think I probably would. I don't think I'd want to like interrupt them, but I think I would probably go a little closer,
Yeah.
or at least open the door and see if I could hear any more.
Yeah.
Like it's the second time I've been disturbed that night already with these guys.
Cool. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Come on, baby. No. 12.
12.
Not great.
You can tell that it's a male and a female voice that are sounding agitated in the lounge car.
Cool.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Great.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright. That's my role. It's my fault.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Sorry, everyone. Nothing to bring.
that was a little bit earlier. That was about that was around 3 a.m. But now at 5 a.m. you're all woken with this blood-curdling scream. And anyone who enters the lounge where the scream is coming from sees the lady from the beginning with the green dress. She's got she's in a sort of nightgown with sort of slippers. Her hair kind of messy down, and in front of her is the body of Nathaniel Fogg. sprawled out on the floor. Who's straight into the lounge car?
And you're not letting me in. Is that alright?
Yeah, I think everyone's
Yeah.
rampaging down the corridor to get there.
I'm not. I'm holding back.
With a shotgun
Stealthy.
pointed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Conspicuous shotgun.
Anyone who's in the lounge car can make a perception check on Nathaniel if they so desire.
Let me try this over here.
So,
Oh, score. Not twice.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 24.
20.
Okay.
My 6.
Nice. 20, day 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
None of this nat 20 that's going
I
on
know, I
over
was
here.
gonna say, it's like,
I got -1.
Almost twins. Yeah. Twins, not sisters. No,
So-
sisters, not
head
twins.
in head.
On a nat 20,
Mm-hmm.
you see that Nathaniel is still wearing his suit. He's in sort of bedclothes. You see that there is a big bloody wound on the back of his head. You see on the side of the bar, the wooden bar counter, there is some blood on the side of the wooden bar counter on the corner. Yeah, you see the shards of the broken glass bottle beside him. And you notice on a nat 20, you notice a bit of blue material clutched in his hand.
Can I get closer and cast Identify on the bit of blue fabric to see where it's come from or if there's anything
You
about it?
can do that. I'll come back to you in a minute.
Okay.
I think on a dirty 20, you notice everything except for the blue material in the hand. So you notice the wound, you notice the bar counter, and the broken bottle and everything, and that he's not in
He's
any
still
sort
in
of
the suit.
nightclothes. He's still
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
suit. What did you get?
8.
you know it's his dead body.
He's face down on the floor.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
You're like,
Someone
what
had a
was he
rough
drinking?
night.
Yeah.
Is that what a dead body looks like? It's been so long since I was on the force. My wife's a pile of ashes. I forgot that's what actual dead bodies were meant to look like.
What's your name again?
My
name's not really
I mean,
I mean,
Clive is like retching in the corner, just like.
How much of that is from the whiskey or the dead body?
Yeah.
I forgot this. I was so bad as a detective because I couldn't fucking stand the sight of the
Everyone's
dead
like,
bodies.
you're a detective?
This guy?
I mean, fisherman. A fisherman named
Cover
Clive.
officially blown.
I want you to know I'm writing down detective in capital letters, okay?
A detective fisherman bailiff of the water.
Clive, detective.
Cliff
finally
kind
pieced it
of
together.
enters the scene,
Sorry, tap in.
and kind of with a kind of robe on, and like with tassels, this kind of golden embroidered sort of robe with tassels, and he comes in and says, "What's the meaning of all this?" And then sees Nathaniel and stops and just says, "Oh my." Okay, so Nathaniel sprawled out on the floor next to the bar in the lounge car. The screams that woke everyone coming from Lilwyn, although nobody has quite known her name yet. Most people out here in the lounge discovering the scene. Edwin's keen eye picking up on some details that others may have missed. who else is here? We've got Edulus. We've got Clive.
Sure.
And
By the boss.
we've got, and Cliff has just walked in. You're not quite on the scene yet. But the scream has woken you up. Logran the dwarf is not here either. You've noticed some details. Lilwyn looks like she's in an absolute panic state of shock, as she's the one who seems to have discovered this dead body.
Who's vacant?
Oh, it's in the vacant room.
Unoccupied cabin.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Can I cast a cantrip?
Yeah.
Can I cast Friends for Lilwyn?
Sure.
I have such low charisma that I need to be like, we're friends now, for somebody for them to trust me.
Excellent.
but
I love that.
to
I love
try-
that.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that idea of casting your friends. It's just like, we're friends now.
Yeah. Boom, that's you.
Um,
How are you?
so-
What's happened? A dead man.
She needs
know
to
him?
succeed on a wisdom saving throw. What is your DC 14, I believe?
Oh, what am I looking at?
If you go into spells, your save DC up at the top.
14, yeah.
She fails, so the spell is successful.
She's my bestie.
Yeah.
Great. Great. So, having cast Friends, I'm then going to boldly be like, I'm so sorry, what a shock. Can we help you? What's happened?
I just wanted to get up for a glass of water, and I came through here, and I just found him like this on the floor. I don't know what's happened.
What's your name?
My name is Lilwyn.
Well, Lilwyn, did you know him?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Lilwyn, did you know him?
Lilwyn Aldworth.
Oh, good name.
No. I've never seen this man before. Apart from on the train yesterday. I haven't met him. I don't even know what he's called. I really don't know anything.
And did you see anyone else when you came through to get your water?
Not that I recall. You can roll an insight here. With advantage since you've got friends on.
Great. Me and my friends. Friends. 12, and then I've got.
You've got advantage,
Advantage, so you can
so
roll again.
Oh, yeah.
Roll the high, whatever the highest.
Okay. Let's not talk about it. Okay, and then I've got a +6, so 18.
Yeah. She seems completely genuine. Like in her demeanor and her actions here. I don't think you don't pick up any hint of deception.
And I'm like, oh, I wasted my friends. Yeah. No, sure. No, I don't say that out loud. Okay, so I will take her over to a little seat and sit her down in a like, we're friends now, so I'm going to look after you
Okay.
kind of way. And
And she tells you a little bit of her why she's here.
Why you're on the
So
train.
she tells you that she is a doctor back in Anglia, and that she's here traveling to visit family. Although on that high insight check, you think she might be hiding some other reason that she might be on the train here. She wasn't lying earlier about, seeing the body and not knowing Nathaniel, but in this little story that she's telling you, visiting family seems to be might not be the complete reason she's here.
Cool.
So as this is happening, Cliff, or well, maybe you said you're maybe arriving just a few minutes later. So I think maybe Zion arrives at this point. Are you coming through, or are you just waiting for? You know that Clive is
I'm
there.
mainly hanging back because I just want to see what everyone's reaction is to this.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure what's even happening right now.
Okay,
in the
cool.
room.
So you're hanging back.
Because I'm seeing if anybody's kind of like, I'm seeing if anybody's doing any suspicious activity. I'm seeing if everybody's genuinely shocked. I'm seeing if people are like, kind of maybe like, or like yes or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So that I'm just surveying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see me coming out of my room holding on to those sort of beads that I was mentioned earlier on, just sort of scrolling over one at a time and muttering to myself as I head through into the car and see what's in front of me. To some degree, will I be able to see my face or anything like that? Or if I'm going into the car with my back to him, if that makes sense.
Probably not, I don't think.
Sorry, you're going into the other guest quarters?
No, so I'm leaving my guest quarters
Okay, sorry.
with the beads in hand.
Yeah.
I'll probably see him over to the left, but turn right to where I heard the sound of like screaming and go in after everyone else. But he wouldn't see my face after that point, would he?
Oh, sorry. Were you?
He's
you're
here.
you're in that cabin.
Aren't
you're
you?
in that car, or are you back in your own cabin?
No, I'm not back in my own cabin. I'm just.
You've gone a bit further,
I've
but
got a
not
bit-
quite into the
Yeah,
ledge.
but I'm behind. I make sure that everyone else is in front of me, and I'm behind everyone else.
Got you. So, I mean, if you want to roll a stealth,
I'm not trying to be sneaky, it's more so will he see my face when I get into this room
Okay.
if he's looking behind me, if that makes sense.
yeah. Do you want to roll me a perception then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Cool. Terrible.
You can add your plus a d4 if that's helpful.
It's only to one thing though. What am I choosing?
Yeah.
Or did you use it
If
earlier?
it might help for this.
Yeah, I've chosen it for deception, so it was only for deception rolls.
Oh, I see. One skill of your choice.
No, it's just one roll.
Oh, I've
Just
already done
one
it.
time.
Oh, I've already done it.
Oh,
Oh,
you
you
did
did
it
it
earlier
earlier.
against
Yeah, I did it
against
I
Cliff
don't know if
earlier.
you realised it though, so might as well keep it for another time because like it was a 20 odd you got it on anyway, if it makes sense. So does that sound fair? Like if you got it on
I
a
mean,
20?
I noticed that he used it.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
I know. I did use it. It's fine. I used it.
I
used
thought
it.
I thought he thought it was once
Oh, I
fair
see.
deception.
Yeah.
So if he already got a 20,
Would you have held on to it?
No. I'll just use it.
So honest, love that.
I got an 11 for my perception.
Okay, no, I don't think you see his face.
when I walk into the room, I think there'll probably be a little bit of fear at my face and at the same time worry, as maybe sit just down in the sort of closest chair here with my head in my hand, sort of rubbing my temple ever so slightly. But I suppose the only ones that might notice that are you two.
Yeah. Roll me an intelligence check, Edwin.
Um, 9.
Okay.
That's not great.
No worries.
I hate when you say that.
No, no. Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay. Unless anyone else wants to chip in here, I'm going to say that Cliff says, well, we must alert the staff. This is quite unacceptable. And rushes through the back of the lounge car to supposedly...
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, as I'm at the back.
Yeah.
Do I see what's going on? Do I see what the commotion's about?
You did roll an 11.
Oh, so I don't.
On your
Okay.
perception. So I think I don't know what you can tell from the kind of you can tell there's a frantic energy. Like it's not something good that's happened here, but I'm not sure you can tell exactly what's really going on here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for calling you.
No, you're totally fine. Can I still do identify? Would that be now or later?
Identify, yes, absolutely.
But I want him to like go over and like, because it's in his hand, so Edwin goes over and like looks as if he's checking his pulse and is like, "Oh, he's definitely dead," and then
Takes
like
it.
sneaks
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Roll stealth for me to try and hide the fact that you're trying to do this spell.
That's my stealth. Oh, that's bad. 13.
Okay.
Just add, identify takes a minute to cast.
Oh. Okay.
Just down there, like
That's fine. You're
looking
down
for
there
his
for a
hand.
minute.
Yeah.
You can be down there for a minute.
Can my wings be slightly concealing what's happening?
Yeah. So anyone who thinks they might find that suspicious that's in the room can roll for that. Can roll a perception or insight.
I think I'm out to something elsewhere.
Yeah, fair.
I will roll on it. So
It's perfectly normal.
that's
Let's
a
go.
6.
I'll roll as well. I'm like, my passive perception's like 16, so I am quite.
Oh,
I see nothing.
that was a 2.
I'm just looking at little one being like friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
friends.
you're
friends.
yeah.
We've agreed we are
You're
friends.
in conversation with the little one.
Why would you expect
Okay.
your new bestie Eddie?
Yeah.
The other Eddie.
Can't have any olives anymore, though.
Yeah, I know, I can't bribe you.
I didn't have to use a charm for you.
That's true.
You know.
It's true friendship.
Yeah.
The identify spells are really focused on magical abilities.
Okay.
It doesn't really tell you who it belongs to or who made it, unless it's actually magical, and I don't think this item is.
Okay, there's no magic on it.
So
Cool.
there's no magical aura from this item. It was a really good idea, but I think, yeah.
Cool.
But even knowing that it's
Yeah,
not
it's not
magical
magical.
is still
Yeah.
something.
Definitely, yeah. Cool.
Okay, cool. So Cliff has gone out the back to find some members of staff. And comes back a few minutes later with Ruby, the conductor and chief engineer. Oh my goodness! Oh, this is terrible, unheard of. Don't worry, everyone. We'll get to the bottom of this. And behind her in walks the two tabaxi attendants, and she kind of tells them, "Okay, right. We need to let's get the sheet from his bed. We'll cover him up. We'll put him back in his cabin, and we'll take his body to the we'll give his body to the relevant authorities at the next stop we make."
And no,
What's
this is a
what's
crime
that?
scene.
A crime
You
scene?
can't move the body.
Oh, well, I think you're right. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of my depth.
Probably best to make sure we move every person out of here and have just people that are maybe capable of figuring this out. I hear there's a detective on board.
A
Looking
detective?
towards you.
Would there be anyone who might be able to?
I wrote that down in capital letters.
Oh wait, no, I wasn't in the room. Sorry, you were in the room when he said.
I'll,
Yeah, sorry.
I'll get closer
Does
enough.
anyone have any skills in sort of
This man
crime
does.
scene
He said he was a
investigation?
detective.
A detective fisherman.
A detective fisherman.
Oh, you sir. People are pointing at you.
Yes, I'm. My name's Clive. I'm a water bailiff, which is like a fish detective.
What is that? Do you have any expertise in this area at all?
At this moment, I'm like making mad side eye at Bob.
I'm not in the room.
Oh no!
I'm not in the room. I'm behind.
I'm looking to the space where Bob's silhouette exists in my mind.
To the door.
Yeah, it's just like a black hole that has Bob's silhouette and a question mark in it.
yeah.
Guess this Pokemon.
But I guess I can give it a bash. Unless someone's dead. That's shit.
You were investigating last night, though. I heard you in the corridor.
Yeah, less investigating, more investigating.
Oh, that would have been nice if you could have done it more quietly if it wasn't important.
Right. Well, on that note, I guess.
Do you want to investigate the body? You going to roll an investigation check?
Didn't you say that this man had stole things?
Well, I guess if we're all just saying stuff that we've seen and noticed and
Heard.
been paying attention to and like names and shit, yeah. Cliff.
What?
Nathaniel was in your room, right?
Oh, well, you saw him there. I only have your word to
All
go
right.
on.
Well, there's no need to be as defensive as you're being right now.
I'm just telling you what I know. Oh, I know that you told me he was in my room and he stole something. I go and check and there's nothing there.
Nothing.
I only have it on your word that he's taken something.
Ah. But he's dead now, isn't he?
It appears so.
So why are you taking this time with me? Look, we've all been put in the same situation as you, right? We're all trying to get to the bottom of this, or are we
Of
not?
course! But this man is dead. There's a limited number of people in this train. And it looks like he's been killed.
Were you not
Wow.
wearing blue last night?
Down the cliff.
Someone was wearing blue. Was it Cliff?
Zion had blue satin pajamas
Zion's
and a
Zion
blue
had
robe.
cloak, Zion's robe was missing a bit of blue fabric.
Well, no, only he knows that.
Only,
Yeah,
that's
only
true.
Bob
Well,
knows that.
I was wearing silk
Only Bob knows
thingies,
that.
and I'm back in the suit now.
But we wouldn't have seen the blue.
You saw the
You
blue.
definitely
You
saw
saw the
the
blue
blue. Oh, yeah,
when I
for
first
sure.
came in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, right.
Yeah.
I
Was
thought it
well
was
that
Cliff for some
intelligent.
reason.
Whether that connection's been made.
If you
sincerely.
remember that he was, I was gonna
Oh, okay.
remind you that Zion was very blue, but you didn't remember.
I do now.
But you do now.
Above table.
Yes.
That counts.
Yes.
I think hearing Clive talk about this by other people about fish detective stuff.
What was it? Water
being behind everyone out in
You're
the
like-
guest quarters or whatever, kind of like lurking in the shadows. You can come back to me afterwards, but as soon as I hear this, I'm gonna beeline back and I'm gonna head straight into Nathaniel's room and start rummaging for stuff.
Amazing.
Smart.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want to roll me an investigation check?
Okay. Terrible.
Oh, shit.
11. I'm in such a panic.
Um,
Fish detective. Frick is he on about?
We've got to hang out more. I have spells that are designed to mitigate this.
He has suspiciously little with him. Like, you don't find a lot. You don't find a change of clothes. You don't find you hardly find anything, which strikes you as a bit odd. And the drawer to the bedside table is again locked. So you could try that.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Try with your lockpicks. Thieves' tools again.
So what's the roll for that again? Sorry, dear.
Sleight of hand plus your proficiency.
Sleight of hand plus my proficiency. So is the roll +3 +3? Sorry, it was the roll plus the sleight of hand +3.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
Nice.
so that's 20, 21.
21. Yeah, you absolutely managed to click open this drawer, and you find a notebook that when you flick through it, appears to be all gibberish, but it could be some sort of code.
Great. Pocket that.
Does he speak Thieves' Cant because he's a rogue?
It is. Do you speak Thieves' Cant?
I
Yes.
do, yeah.
You realize that it is not Thieves' Cant.
Worth a try.
Just in case.
But yeah, no,
yeah,
good idea.
Yeah, good shout. No, I pocket that. Pocket that.
Excellent.
And I sweetly leave.
Cool.
Zion stands up and he's looking kind of worried. He's kind of actually holding on to his shoulder where he got bit last night, which people wouldn't know necessarily. Then he asks the fish detective, was it magical means that killed him, or physical means?
Are you investigating the body?
I'll investigate the body.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Can I give him advantage on that because I'm proficient in it?
You're proficient in it?
Asking if it's magical or
Yeah, for sure.
practical.
Go for it.
Nice. 20, not that.
20. Okay. You look over the body. There are rips and tears, just slight ones on his suit, and his knuckles look bruised, signs of a struggle. You get to. You're looking over his suit jacket, and you realize there's like a kind of secret pocket.
Sorry.
A secret pocket that you find his.
Yes.
He's such a good fish detective.
This guy.
You find his journal that he was writing in earlier.
Oh, the one he took the notes in.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and just quickly flipping through this journal, it's not a fiction book that he's taking notes on. It's not this train mystery action adventure. It's detailed observations of everyone that he was looking at on the train. He's got times and names and what you were doing, even if it's the most mundane thing. He was just observing everyone and writing notes.
And Zion would not shut up.
There's like 10 pages of that.
So that's what you find on him from this first investigation.
What is the
of body,
fight?
and
If
it's-
What does the final thing say?
if I had to put money on it, if it was a fish that done this, it would be a barracuda.
What does the final thing in the ledger say?
It says Zion would not shut down.
What is the final count?
He was
Knuckles bruised, rips in suit, barracuda.
Yeah, no, he was writing down. He was definitely writing down snippets of your story, but not in a
clarify,
way.
not the last thing that I said. The last thing that's on the ledger. So the last thing discussed.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
the person he talked to or observed.
I had a debate with a person that sounded like a woman.
And then
And
killed
this
me.
person killed me.
Yeah.
And it just trails off at the end.
Just blood.
She's getting rather angry.
That hurts a lot. I was starting to feel that this conversation wasn't going well for me.
No, so the last thing that he's written in here is, was discovered in Cliff's room by quote unquote Bob.
It was you.
I think he might be suspicious of me. That's the last thing.
Can I do a general perception or investigation to look at everyone's knuckles?
Sure. Perception?
Investigation?
Sure.
18?
You go around and investigate everyone's knuckles. Nobody looks like
Barracuda for sure.
nobody in here
How
looks
could you
like in a fight, unfortunately.
When you
Uh,
into my arms, you do.
Roll me an intelligence check quickly.
Yes, please. How exciting. Okay, I had better luck over here last time, so I'm going to come over here.
Okay.
Sorry.
My dice tree is
Catching your dice
cursed.
tray.
First for everyone but you.
It's not, well,
Um,
one nat 20. The
Wait,
rest
was
is
it
not very
perception or insight?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Neither of the above. Clearly, I'm lacking. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just a +1. Okay, 15.
Yeah. You've been talking to Lilwyn. Lilwyn
Yeah,
said
my new bestie for 24 hours. Yeah.
Lilwyn said she was a doctor.
Yes. Ah, right. Yes. So I might be like, Lilwyn, what do you think the cause of death was? Would you like to investigate the body and maybe give us some facts?
Oh,
It's got barracuda all over it.
Be like,
Barracuda.
and I'd like to defer to you above the fish man.
Yeah, right. Yes. I'll get my things. And she goes to her quarters and comes back with what do doctors
Medical
do?
supplies.
Medical supplies.
A stethoscope.
Yeah, thanks.
you
Be
back?
vague.
A
TV.
Are you back?
A doctor's bag.
Eventually, yeah, at some point, yeah.
A stethoscope.
And looks
He
over
is
the
dead.
body.
Shallow breathing.
Looks over the body and finds something that you just missed is that the she kind of says, "Oh, that's rather odd. This wound on the back of his head, it appears to have happened after he died. I'm not sure this wound was the cause of death at all. Perhaps some sort of spell, or maybe even poison. I need to do some sort of toxicology to figure out if it's poison, but what I can say for certain is that this wound was not the cause of death."
Where is he situated in the room?
Beside the bar.
Does
So
it look
right
like?
at the
Does it look like he
end
may
of
have
the
been
bar.
sitting and then maybe previously been dead, but then got hit in the back of the head afterwards, which made him
Yeah.
fall down?
After he
Or
died,
does
they
it-
bashed the back of his head on the bar.
Well, yeah, what I mean by that, did he fall
the bar.
really closely to the bar? That makes sense. So as if he fell off a stool.
That's what it looks like.
Or it's what someone has wanted it to look
Yeah.
like. With the glass round it as well.
Is there anything to see, any way to like test what's left in the bottle? Has anyone got?
I've got detect magic, but not poison. Nothing for poison. Oh, hold on. Do I? Bear with. No, it's a herbalism kit.
I think it's a bit late for him with that now.
Put a leaf in and see
Yeah.
if it shrivels.
Yeah.
I could use channel divinity for divine sense to determine if there's anything fiendish, celestial, or undead nearby, within 60 foot for 10 minutes.
Do you reckon that or detect magic? I don't know.
You could try. So that
I can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Unfortunately, you do not detect any celestial or undead fiendish auras from you both, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yep.
Do you know, why not? Should I
don't think so.
Should I
Can
try
I-
detect magic? Oh, sorry, you go.
I was gonna say, can I message Eddie?
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that I know, obviously that I've spoken to, and just let you know that like I found this blue bit of material,
Right.
so there could be
Okay,
a
so
suspect.
telepathically in your
Yeah.
mind, you
Love
hear
it.
Yeah.
Ed
To be honest, I'm like, whoa!
Yeah.
Did not know that was possible. I should make more friends. Right.
Okay,
Okay, so we have a knowing look and a
Mhm.
nod.
Yep.
And you know that
roll one more intelligence check.
Oh,
for me.
yes, yes. In case I'm like, what's this voice?
Yeah. Who's that?
Paging.
Calling.
Oh, not 20.
20. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
What was that? 20?
Eddie gets it.
Not 20. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Eddie's
So
with me.
you immediately put together that blue is the color that Zion has been wearing the whole time.
Great.
You can whisper back, but
Yeah, you can reply to message.
Okay.
Obviously, you don't have to.
Yeah, I think I'll just nod at you and then look at him. To be honest, I
Ooh,
think that's
okay.
the message that's all that's needed. maybe.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
Nice,
I'm-
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we all see that he does look very worried.
Mm.
But maybe not worry of what you guys think. Maybe just worry, kind of looking at his own hands, holding his shoulder, looking rather strange.
It's worrying generally. Yeah.
The one thing to note though, because being another magic user, notice you did it. Message does have a verbal somatic material component, so like you move your hands in a way that I understand you're messaging someone in the room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you think you
do
would
another
pick up on that?
magic-
Because someone
Well,
else that knows
interesting.
mess.
I've got
Yeah.
subtle spell. Like there's
Yeah.
a reason why that's a thing in the game.
Yeah,
It's because to hide these very
Hide
things.
that.
So
Yeah.
I do not. Have
it's a sorcerer like thing. So I would notice you message someone, but I wouldn't know who that person would be.
Mhm.
Like I suppose any magic wielder would be able to tell that.
Yeah.
As soon as quote unquote Bob comes back in the room, I beeline over to him and whisper as quietly as I can.
So the whole room hears.
So the thematology was a thematology.
I told them I was a fucking fish detective.
booming whisper.
I broke. I'm sorry. I tried as hard as I could, but that was all I could muster. Bloody fish detective.
Wait, is that out loud?
Very quiet.
I said as quietly as I
As
could.
quietly as you could. Yeah, yeah, okay.
I can stealth it if you want. I have disadvantage on stealth.
I'll whisper back.
No, that's okay.
Well, I just keep your head low. Keep it. I've got something.
You can also cast it through walls as well.
Message.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
long as it's not like metal or lead. You'll be fine.
Although metal walls
Train.
on a train.
Yeah.
Could I cast detect magic, please?
Yes, you may.
Like kind of in response to your message.
I think various people probably have magical items
Yeah.
on them, so all of them would sort of
Ping.
flash up,
Yeah.
sort of ping.
And I mean like the train itself as well.
The train itself.
I'm like, whoa, big feedback.
Just a lot of noise.
The train did it. Yeah.
Trying to think.
If you roll a nat one now, that is going to be the way the story goes.
Guys, it was the train.
The train
It would just be
100%
the
did
car.
it.
It wouldn't go beyond the car, I think. So-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's because the metal walls, so it's only in that.
Yeah.
Again, I recognise that as well, I think.
I
So-
don't think. Yeah. I
Nothing.
think you just pick up on people's various magical items.
Yeah.
My ring is pinging.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, a ring from yourself, the cloak, and
Yeah.
some other magical
But
items.
nothing
Yeah.
like, yeah.
There's a wand up my sleeve.
A wand up his sleeve.
And nothing on the body, so yeah.
Nothing on the
Yeah.
body.
Worth a check.
And maybe something from
Just all of
Clive.
All of them. So magic.
I don't know. Wherever
Wow,
you go.
Clive is glowing.
Clive is literally glowing.
Behind him is the shadow of a
Divine
barracuda.
Divine
sense.
energy.
Divine sense and black magic are.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. Worth a try.
Yeah, Clive just trying to be as like low key as possible, just starts glowing with divine energy. Oops.
Nothing suspicious going on at all.
So, Ruby, the conductor, turns to you, Obadiah, and says, "Well, in your professional opinion, what should we do next? I think we should probably cover the body up. Don't you think?"
Cover the body.
You don't want us to move it? I'd be inclined to get it out of the lounge.
We don't move the body. We cover the body.
Okay.
Take the train down to 20 knots. We don't want to go too fast. We don't want to hit the next capital by sunrise. We need.
Well,
at
we don't get
least-
into Munich until
7:30. That's whenever we set off because it's about 24 hours.
Yeah.
until yeah, exactly.
Because dinner is included that.
Until
Yes,
7
thankfully.
p.m. tomorrow.
I want to slow the
Drugs,
train.
You want to slow it down? Roll a persuasion.
I don't know exactly how much use slowing the train down would be when people have magical means to escape. The doctor said that it could have been a magical death, and then beyond that, injury happened. So if someone's got magical capabilities, I'm sure they could escape even if the train was on or going at full speed and.
As far as I'm concerned, physics is still physics.
Okay. Magic is still magic.
Oh,
And magic usually beats physics, that's the whole point.
Listen, I'm a fucking fish detective.
And
Who
we're
do
on
you
a
think
train.
you are? Talking to me about magical means. Have you
Is
watched?
there no magical means?
Have you watched fish move in a shoal? That's fucking magical. That.
I did live in Atlanta for a year. I've seen quite a lot of sea
How
creatures.
beautiful are they, by the way?
What was that?
How beautiful are they?
They're fantastic. There's
High
one
five.
particular seahorse person was the most beautiful of
Minden.
all. How did you know his name? all fish detectives know Minden. That's it. Yeah,
That's right.
the most magical fish of all.
Go on.
While they're having this
Are
conversation,
you? Yeah. Someone, please.
yeah,
And continue.
yeah. I will take my time now to investigate the body, where as I'm in
A
the.
real detective.
Yeah.
No,
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Roll.
not just a
investigation.
fish detective.
And all of us will have a little
This
go
would be
behind
a
us the
bad
whole
roll.
time.
Terrible. 10.
Oh no.
Oh no, investigation. No, sorry, that's not 10. Plus 9, 3 plus 9. Terrible at maths. 11.
Oh, 12.
12.
Almost.
Like, there's a reason we're both in the arms.
Yeah. 12.
Yeah. You don't see as much as Obadiah picked up on. You clock the that there was there's signs of a struggle. You see the bar, the corner of the bar, the blood stains there. So it looks like, he's fallen off his stool and hit his head and hit the floor. The wound on the back of his head, that seems to line up with that theory. And that's kind of all you can kind of glean there with a 12. Obadiah picked up a little bit more with his investigation. No new information, unfortunately.
Can I talk to Ruby?
Yeah.
In that is also a woman's voice, and no one said that they were not here in the cart.
Yeah.
How would I talk to her about that? I think I'd just say, Ruby, do you have night staff?
No. The driver and I take shifts, just watching the in the engine car, just making sure that everything is running smoothly. The driver Barnaby, but we're our staff quarters are near the front of the train. We're quite far away from here.
One car.
One car?
The dining car.
What about the dining car?
That's all that's between you.
The staff
the
quarters,
lounge
the dining
car.
car, and the lounge. Yes, well, I suppose that's true. Yes.
Did you have a good night's sleep?
Yes, it was all right. I mean, we obviously need to take shifts watching. Well, yeah.
I heard a woman's voice, a woman and a man have an agitated conversation around 3 a.m.
You did?
I did.
All right. Do you think that might have something to do with anything?
Well, yes, but the only people here that would fit would be you or Lolwyn.
Oh.
And Lolwyn's your bestie.
Lolwyn and me are like this. She has not lied.
Interesting. Shall we tell the detective about what you maybe heard? Did you hear any words being said? What were they talking about?
I wish I had, but I didn't go close enough.
Do you know what sort of time that might have been?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Agitated voices in the lounge car. One male, one female. He said. Should we tell the detective? Do you think he's investigating?
Yes. Can I roll this?
Yeah, what
insight on you?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll insight on Ruby.
Are you asking her that?
Yeah.
Can I roll insight?
Ruby,
on
if
her?
you can take a seat, just give me a moment.
Rolling insight on you.
18.
She seems to be pretty
It ain't
genuine. Yeah.
I like Ruby, I'm pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who
I
we
had to
don't
check.
like though?
Ruby comes up
Yeah.
and tugs on your sleeve
That guy.
there.
But also the
Ollie.
bartender who was stingy with the olives.
Detective.
And just says,
Mm-hmm.
just heard from a guest over there. Might be helpful for your investigation. In the middle of the night, or around what time was
3
it?
a.m.
3 a.m. There was agitated voices in the lounge car.
Well, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but there's something fishy going on here.
I give Clive a nudge in the ribs.
I'm standing on his foot, yeah, and slapping him in the face.
Right, okay, I'm not actually a fish detective.
What?
I'm a real detective.
Dun dun dun.
I whispered to Clive. I was like,
Save.
we need to lock this place down.
Lock it down. Bob is actually a fish detective. I've been covering for him, but I'm the one who's actually a detective. He's a fish detective, and now we're locking it down.
Okay, Cliff pipes up at this moment and just says, "Fish detective,
real detective Clive Obadiah. Who are you really? What are you hiding?
And like pokes you in the chest.
I poke him back and say, "That's not very nice." Look, have you ever come across detectives before? Sometimes you gotta play a casual, sometimes you gotta pretend to be someone you're not to find out the truth, alright? I know you wouldn't understand that.
So you're lying to everyone to uncover the truth for yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
That doesn't seem very fair to me.
Might not seem fair, but that's kind of the way it has to go sometimes. Sorry about that. Why are you so shiny, by the way? Why are you all like gold and stuff?
That's just my scale.
Just gonna interrupt here if that's okay. Last night you were causing a bit of a scene outside of
What?
what's your name again?
Cliff's
room. Shit. About to go and essentially interrogate Nathaniel Billups. He suggested you leave it till today. Nathaniel's been found dead. There's a question of, well, why was the reason you were going to go speak to Nathaniel in the first place? I looked at all three of them.
The reason we were going to talk to Nathaniel, right?
Is he stole something, supposedly?
Yeah, he went into Cliff's room, stole his shit, and then left. And then when we interrupted him, I mean, I assume it was him. It looked just like him.
Well, if that's the case, then why don't we look to see if the very thing that Cliff had stolen from him is back in his room, just in case it is? Because then I think we'll have some more questions for you.
Wait, who are you actually? Why are you pretending to be Cliff?
What do you mean pretending? I am Clifford Ransom, the economist.
No, you're completely different.
Professor of economics. Completely different?
Yeah, you just don't look the same or nothing. You're a bad actor.
You had quite a lot of whiskey last night. I would trust your perception on that.
Can I roll an insight?
Sure.
A natural 8.
Okay, well,
You don't mean it.
perhaps we take the logical steps and see where it leads us. So, would you like to at least clear yourself by showing us your room so we can see if the thing that was stolen is back?
I will gladly show my room if that's what it... What are we doing here then? Is everyone going to show their own rooms to clear their name? What does that even mean?
Something was stolen from your room, supposedly. So if the thing is back in the room, then there's a question of how you managed to obtain it again. So all we need to do is go and investigate, and if it's not there, we've crossed something off the list.
But do we know what was stolen?
Well, they were talking about how something was stolen, so...
How would we know what that was and if it was back or not?
We know where it was stolen from.
Right.
And presumably, this guy's a bit of a pedant, if you know what I'm saying. So he would put it back exactly where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least check the room just in case.
Yeah.
Well, you claim to have saw Nathaniel stealing something. You said you had it in his hand. What was it you saw exactly?
Deception checks coming back to you.
All I saw was that Nathaniel was doing something in your room, and then he scurried himself out with something in his hands. It was quite quick. It was quite dark. I don't know.
Deception. That was good. That was good. That's a good
My
lie.
deception is so bad at -1.
Oh no, really?
8.
He didn't say anything. Are you proficient? No.
Not deception.
He didn't say anything, but he kind of squints his eyes a little. I will gladly show you my room. And takes you through, opens it up, opens the briefcase up,
All my papers are in order. And closes it again. And
Okay, as we're walking out.
Yeah, I've thought of something else as well.
I'll go for it.
Well, the briefcase, right?
yeah,
We're having a moment over here.
it's Cliff's case that you broke into.
I saw something else maybe in there.
Mate, I set you up.
Worst
set you up.
detective ever. What section did I hear?
You saw something
Something else.
in my briefcase. How was it you saw the inside of my briefcase?
Oh,
You just opened it.
yeah, you just opened it.
No,
Right.
but you mean before?
No, just now. I just saw a little lip or something. I don't know. I just saw a little.
Are you suggesting there might be a secret compartment in the case?
Look,
It's like live and breathe.
My tiefling eyes have got dark vision, so I can see slightly dark things.
look, as far as it goes with briefcases, right, and lips and aquatic life, this is a fish detective, right? So he's used to seeing leathery little scaly boys with extra lips. Do you understand where I'm coming from here?
I think
No.
I think he's maybe so confused by that he overlooks this. Oh my days! Were you guys about to do something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the lips.
Amazing.
Yeah, Edwin is like now quite suspicious of Zion, like throwing suspicion onto someone else. So like he's like into this now. And he's like, with an absolute flurry, just pulls out the bit of like blue fabric, and he's like, "Aha! Explain this."
Explain what?
The fabric.
A bit of blue fabric.
And who's been wearing blue?
I assume several people have blue clothes.
Not the same as this. He's very convinced.
I'm wearing my suit, like it's not.
Last night, when the event occurred.
Well, no, I was wearing that blue thing when I arrived in the train. If that's what the same thing is, well, I've not worn it since
Think we
because you
should
saw me with sad
search.
clothes.
Your compartment.
First, are you furthering your thing and try to push the briefcase, or just leaving it?
I don't know idea what you.
I can't metagame, so I need to just leave that. Okay, cool. Nice. To clarify, you know that the thing's already got a secret compartment, so you can just say that, but doesn't matter. So,
Oh, I was trying to
That's too bad.
indicate that with a lip.
yeah.
I was indicating with a lip in the briefcase.
Right. So let us go and investigate my room.
Item that has been stolen has not been put back. I'm sorry, but you'll have to take my word for it.
Would you tell us what the item is so we can look for it?
No, it is my personal business. I cannot tell you that.
Well, we tried.
Why?
Would Edwin recognize that there was like a secret compartment in this briefcase because it's been like tinkered with and stuff?
Roll me a perception check, but the DC's gonna be really
Yeah.
high.
That's only a 12. It's not gonna happen.
There's a lip.
No.
There's a lip, I say. There's a lip.
I don't know what you're babbling about.
There's a lip. What are you talking about?
Close it.
Go and show us.
May I?
No, you may not touch my things.
If you have nothing to hide.
Persuasion.
Ooh. Oh dear.
Can I give advantage?
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
provision.
nice. Thanks.
Why are you mega
Oh,
sus?
yes.
Yeah, that's more like
That's more like it. 21.
Well, of course I have nothing to hide.
Can I like fluff up my feathers and make it more
Sure.
intimidating? Just stand over him a bit.
I swore I saw a lip when you opened that briefcase.
That's right, if you say lip one more time.
It just
Turns into a
stopped
mimic.
meaning anything.
A lip on the briefcase.
On the inside.
Come and show me then.
Great. go to the briefcase and I show the secret compartment. What's this?
There was a lip.
There was a lip. Fish detective.
You're the fish detective.
I'm the fish detective.
You're talking in the third person now?
Well, that was where my
Yeah, sorry, it's
personal
empty. Still
documents
empty, then you
were,
Mm.
and they are not. They are not.
Documents.
Were they
what's been
stolen?
Does that satisfy you?
Yes.
I wanna insight check that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Worked out.
Yeah, 26.
Oof. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said documents. It is documents that they're missing. He is incredibly suspicious that you knew about the secret compartment in his briefcase. But he is very concerned with clearing his name right now and not wanting to be in the spotlight anymore, and from just pressure to just sort of you can feel that he sort of made that calculated risk to just be like, okay, I'll reveal my secret compartment and hopefully that'll put this suspicion to rest, and he wants to just get everyone off of his case.
Here, why are you so keen to get everyone off your case?
Maybe because it looks like you may have murdered someone.
It does look a lot,
But
an awful
might
lot like
have
that.
still did.
So you say there were documents in here? In this secret compartment?
Yes, documents that I do not wish to discuss.
So that's,
I saw Nathaniel walk away out of your compartment with something, so it must have been the documents.
Well, it probably was.
If the documents were there, is what would secure it to be him.
so
Because they're still not, there's a question of, well, it was stolen like we said it was. So it doesn't show that he's the villain, if it makes sense. I was hoping that inside that compartment was the notes.
That they were returned,
Mhm.
yeah.
So where do you think they are now then?
I don't know. Why should I know? Probably in Nathaniel's compartment, seeing as he's
But he's dead.
allegedly the one that stole them.
He's allegedly dead. And
I mean,
also
Checked
physically,
out. Very dead.
Well, there'd
I-
be nothing to stop us searching
Oh,
his compartment.
demonstrably dead.
I was going to question him in the morning. I would not kill anyone for stealing some documents. Where would he have even gone? I could have questioned him tomorrow
Look,
Well, today
in
now.
front of people.
yeah, so as far as we're concerned, right, we came to you, we said, we saw this guy go into your shit, and he stole your shit, right? Then you were like, leave it to me, we'll deal with it in the morning. We went to sleep, now he's dead.
But, so the reason why I think I'm already believing him is, if he had went and killed him, he would have the documents and put them back in this.
Yeah.
Why would you
Secret
put them
compartment.
back in the same place that he knew we knew?
No, he
But
didn't.
he didn't know you guys knew.
How do you know that?
Because he literally was. He was talking about a lip. He wasn't
Yeah.
talking about a secret compartment. So.
But it's like layers of distraction. It's like we knew that there was a lip, right? And he knew that we knew that there was a lip. But because we were all talking in
So-
obfuscations, he didn't want you to know that we knew that he knew that we knew that he knew. Do you know what I mean?
No, because he wouldn't have brought us to our room if he knew that you knew.
But he
had a
would
secret
though,
compartment.
Edwin
because
pulls
it
out
would be
popcorn.
mega sus- It would be super suspicious if he had said you absolutely can't come into
Yeah.
my room.
We're gonna hang back a little bit
Yeah.
Okay.
and have a chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, so I don't think it's him.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
understand that you think.
Well, that's continuing.
Yeah.
Around about
Yeah.
that you know that he knew that he knew
Yeah.
that we knew. We're
we're huddled.
behind having a little chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should check if all the staff are accounted for. The bartender who was stingy on the olives. Suspicious.
It
Always
was the
a
bartender
sign.
all along.
Exactly.
If you don't like food, there's a...
What else is he stingy with?
Yeah. But people heard a woman's voice.
Yes,
The
I
only
heard a
other-
woman's voice.
Yeah. Could be her.
And it wasn't Vilwin. And it
She
Ruby.
wasn't pleasant. She was at the bar.
And we don't know anything about her.
Exactly.
And this could go round in circles. I mean, they're gonna go and search Nathaniel's room, which they should. But
Yeah.
in the meantime,
We could investigate the bar again. Or the
we can
staff.
investigate it out. I could. I have wild shapes that might be able to get me through
Ooh.
there.
Could you sneak?
I could sneak.
Good
Interesting.
plan. I wonder if anything's been moved in the bar as well. Or maybe the staff quarters. Should we check the staff quarters?
Staff quarters. Okay, we're gonna sneak.
You're gonna
back
sneak back
to the
through.
bar.
Mm.
Well, these guys. He knew that you knew that. He knew
Yeah,
that. We're back in
Absolutely.
the.
We're-
Roll me both stealth check, please.
I've used all my spells. I was gonna say I have invisibility, but that's not great.
16.
7? Clunking away, trying to go
not like a professor.
Yeah.
Drop some of those cogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
clanking away.
So you guys make your way back through the lounge car, through the dining car, and through the little kitchenette. So you're beyond the place where guests are allowed. You're in the corridor where the staff quarters are. The bartender hears your footsteps in the corridor, opens the door to her cabin, and just says, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be back here. Why? What are you doing?
We've come to see you.
To see me? What
Do you have an
What
alibi
time is
for
it?
last night?
an alibi? What nonsense? What are you talking about?
Where have you been?
You're not supposed to be here.
That is not the point. There are bigger things afoot.
Like what?
A death.
Somebody died?
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like,
Please.
18.
There's a flash of she already knows somebody's dead.
Aha! You flinched!
What? Flinched? Who's died?
You already know. Busted!
If you gave just a few more olives, this would never have
This would
happened.
never happened. I would never have been suspicious of you if you hadn't been such a dick about the olives.
What he thought that you thought, that I thought that they thought.
Barracuda's off the cards. I think it might have been a whitefin tuna.
Wait,
Or a yellowfin, maybe.
wasn't there more of us in this carriage? We keep
Maybe we do
no. Yeah, she
Sorry.
just lies. She's just denying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as paying customers, we don't feel safe. So it's our right to check these quarters as well. Absolute Karen behaviour.
Yeah. Yeah, you could bring the manager.
Persuasion?
Ooh.
It's gonna be low. You know, you're like, no correspondence. No persuasion, not good with the peoples. Oh, not 20!
Ooh.
Oh!
Yes.
I spoke too soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
A dice and a drink.
Eddie's on it.
Fine. Feel free to look around if you like.
Thank you.
And kind of gestures to her own cabin.
Ooh.
Right. Okay.
Investigation time.
Yeah, both roll investigation. Are you? Yeah.
Nat 20 again.
Oh, thank
wow.
God.
Holy
Amazing.
shit.
This corner has been very good to me.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I got an 8.
So-
It's clearly this. I'm getting rid of this.
It's the dice tray.
The dice tray.
Okay, so staff quarters wise, so Ruby's obviously in the lounge. The bartender is here. We've got you kind of have a look around, and the tabaxi attendants are both here, just sleeping in their cabins, and the driver Barnaby isn't here.
Hopefully he's driving.
But yeah, you have the idea that he's probably
Yeah.
at
The snakes are
helm.
Again, the train did it.
And there is also a chef, a halfling chef who is also sleeping in her cabin.
Male or female? Identify.
Female.
I don't think you have to do a spell for that, to be honest.
Fair.
What would that be?
Are you also checking the baggage car?
I would like to.
Yeah.
Very much. I'm interested in the giant crate that got put on at the beginning.
For sure. So, the door into the baggage car, there's a few steps up into it, so you're going a little bit higher. And then you see all these boxes and crates and bits of luggage that are a bit big and bulky that people couldn't fit in their own, cabins. Just and also just supplies, like for the kitchen and things like that, are also stored back here. Yeah. Can both of you roll an Arcana check, please?
Oh
Nat 20!
no, it was a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But I've got a +4, so it's a 5.
Okay.
I got a 10, but it did land on the wine glass. Does that count as cocked? No. It's totally
I'll allow it. Reroll.
Really?
Reroll. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be worse. Oh fuck.
In the wires this
In
time.
the wires. I mean, it's.
Reroll it.
Reroll
That's
it.
why dice
It's gotta be
This is
flat.
why the
It's gotta
dice
be
tray
flat
needs
on
to
the
come
table.
back.
It's gotta be flat on the table.
Oh fuck.
Really?
It's a 3.
Comic.
These dice are getting relegated. Okay. New dice.
Okay, so
We're so close. We got
rolling off your investigation checks that you got.
Thank
And
God.
your Arcana checks
Thank
reveal
you.
nothing.
Let's ignore them.
We're just feeling a bit off.
Nothing
All
suspicious.
we've had is an
or-
olive since we got
Yeah. Very hungry.
You find a curious dial on the wall.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's
The
Got-
thermostat.
points of the compass, and then lots of little symbols all around. Around it. But you only get to study it for a second, or just moments, until the bartender comes back in. Comes into the baggage car and says, "Well, did you find anything in your investigation?"
Would message still be open? Or- I suppose that was last
yeah.
night. Yeah.
You can message again. What's the
Should we say what we found and see what her reaction is, or do we keep that to ourselves?
I think leave it
Mhm.
and come back.
Okay.
Remember the verbal semantic.
Oh yeah.
He can't hear you.
It's called
but
low.
Yeah. I've got my cloak on. I can be.
Yeah, what is it? Material and semantic. So
Okay.
there's a little
Okay.
hand
action,
gesture you
yeah.
have to do.
Yeah.
Could I chance a roll for a... No. You might have to correct me on this. Novice as I am. Would it be a history check for if I had any knowledge about the dial?
Sure.
I'm like, why not while we're here? Okay, another nat 20, I'm not even joking.
Nice. You're just gonna solve this whole thing, and they're still busy arguing about what Fisher did it.
Well, it seems to be only nat 20s or 1s over here, so it's really
A life in my own hand. Like any knowledge, like what the symbols, like any language that they're in or anything?
There's no language, it's all icons. But yeah, history. It's not something you've come across before. But or maybe something similar that you might have encountered in the past. A dial that, if placed in the right orientation, will reveal something. So it's, yeah, that's your best guess.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I know you got an at 20, but I'm like...
No, that's fair. That's totally
Yeah,
fair.
you got one with the Arcana, so.
Yeah, and I was also like, and I did do it on history, and if it's not like a historical, like, you know, that's fine.
Perfect humility.
Yeah. A room with the perfect, maybe it's the aircon.
But you are under the watchful eyes of the bartender at the moment.
Yes, yeah.
She's under our watch.
Sorry, yes. Sure.
Yes, and we've had our little message being like, we're just gonna leave and be like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Energy else.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Nice one. Amazing. Very fruitful. Okay. Back to the lounge.
Well, no, we're still in the guest quarters, aren't we? So.
Oh yeah,
Still
sorry.
arguing.
You were looking through Cliff's room. Yeah.
Okay, now we've looked through Cliff's room. You said you need to look through mine as well. So the room is available. I'm speaking to the group that's still here.
Yeah.
If you need to look, you can look. As we look through.
Yeah, you gesture through to your room, and you know, there's just there's not much to see. I guess there's just
So there's the cloak that'll be on the wall that we've discussed already. You don't have the piece of fabric with you. You got it with you, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a couple of newspapers on the stand, and there's a neatly folded bed.
Yeah.
From looking at the piece of cloth that was, or robe thing, could I?
It's not here.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Not here.
It's Eddie.
Edwin.
Edwin's got it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we can't match two and two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie.
No, unfortunately not.
But you can see it's the same coloration and the same sort of look. You won't be able to investigate it fully, but and you do know there's a bit missing.
You're the only one that knows there's a bit missing.
That's what I was saying. You do.
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Oh yeah, the other one's okay.
You could point it out to everyone right now if you wanted.
Yeah. Oh my fish detective lip eyes.
Why have you said those words?
You
No, I didn't.
You did this.
Ollie,
did this,
Ollie,
Ollie.
you were solely a part of this.
No.
You
Started
have to take
this.
some
I reject
responsibility.
I have to run with this
You have to take some
no, a
responsibility.
fish
I'm
detective.
only responsible for the words that I say and the order in which I say words.
Yeah.
But
lip
you
eyes
said
really
those
make it
words
worse.
words in
Really
that
makes so
order.
much worse.
My
Too much
fish
of the visual.
detective lip eyes?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, no.
disgusting. Okay.
So
Yeah, please.
you saw me enter the car wearing this robe. I've not worn it since. You saw me last night. I was wearing my pajama bottoms. The top off. That's it. No, so I was wearing my silk pajamas or satin pajamas. I've not worn this robe since. So
There's a piece missing on this though. That's a saying that that.
as I said though, I've not worn it. So I don't know what's happened, but it's not left this room.
While this conversation's happening, I think Obadiah's feeling guilty that he's been kind of just undercutting the fact that there's just a dead person, and he's feeling guilty about that, and that hasn't been paid the respect that it should, and he's gonna do a funeral rite for the body.
Oh, nice.
For an hour, he's gonna just watch over the body and touch Nathaniel and make sure that for 7 days he can't become undead.
Nice.
by any means short of a wish spell.
Cool. Yeah, so you're back with Nathaniel just in this sort of meditative trance, casting this
I'm just wondering how
very touching spell.
I went missing.
What went missing?
That piece at the
That
end of
piece.
your road.
As I said, I've not worn it since I've got here. Like, you've seen me around several times wearing not those clothes.
Wait, wasn't
You
it?
through the other.
I know.
Sorry.
Wasn't it missing when we saw you?
Well, we don't know that.
No,
Only he knows that. It's missing since
Right.
he investigated the room.
but wasn't it missing before? It was missing when you came in.
No, it was missing as soon as he
You
said
don't
in my
know.
room.
You don't know when it got torn off.
But I
Could
specifically
be
remember
framing.
Ross saying it.
When he searched my room.
Quite convenient.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when he
It was
in the
missing
room.
when he searched the room.
Right. Okay.
So I knew it
Well,
was.
we don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything else you're wanting to do just now? Are you wanting to search Nathaniel's room, or?
Are they going to do a search over my room? Sorry to clarify as well. Cause
Yeah, I mean they've just had a look.
looked
They've
at the
just-
road.
Yeah,
that was it, yeah.
What kind of was it? Is it a clean rip or is it like a tussle in the wind rip?
A tussle in the wind. With your lip eyes, you put them away.
Fish lip eyes, like.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's a bit of a scraggly rip. Yeah, it's not completely.
Will you be
clean.
back at this point? Because you know to compare the two.
Yeah,
We can check.
Yeah, I'd share that.
When the fabrics do match up, you do see a look of worry go over Zion's face. I was like, I didn't. I'm not worried since. You see him almost sort of trying to look back in his mind the night before. I swear I've not worn it. And he sort of falls a bit mute.
Who else could have had access to it?
Well, anyone. I didn't lock my room. It's been open the whole time.
Okay.
Except maybe when I was asleep.
Well, we know that Nathaniel stole documents, so he could have rummaged for you. But why take that?
Okay. Ruby, the conductor, says. Right. Well, I know there's a crime scene. It's early in the morning. I don't know if anyone wants to get their last few hours rest, but breakfast will still be served as usual, 8 till 11. Please come for
Sorry,
breakfast.
You're discussing breakfast when there's a dead.
No. Let her talk.
Things.
Yeah.
We will.
Are there pancakes?
There sure
I'm
seems
to be
spell on-
pressing.
Just being practical. The body, you don't want us to move it, but I think we should maybe cover him with some sort of covering. And we can hand him off to the proper authorities when we reach the next station. And then we will continue this service as usual. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience.
Well, we can't just hand off the body. We need to find out who actually did it. Because nobody leaves this train, corpse included, until we find out who's did this.
I agree.
I think we could cover him in the meantime, though, for dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And then when we reach the next station, nobody leaves,
Including your staff.
including the staff. And we get to the bottom of this.
See, it's hard to enforce that.
Bottomless brunch.
Nobody leaving.
Investigation.
Well, if somebody leaves, then it makes them rather suspicious, doesn't it?
What am I investigating?
Oh, well, you're in the room. Sorry, it's just on his ghost. Keep chatting. Sorry. Crosstalk.
On the
It's rolled investigation.
I've
but
asked him to roll investigation. What'd you get?
I got a investigation. I got a 21.
In your room.
The newspaper at the
okay.
very front cover has got a headline that says ignition in Istanbul.
Constantinople.
Yeah, but the guy tried to alliterate it. To
Oh,
make it.
okay.
Because I've looked at a couple of things.
Just another name that food.
And then you read at the top of that list: a fire that caused the death of 5. That's been circled by myself. Fires caused the death of 5 people, and there's speculation of gang involvement, as well as the local capo, because the local capo of a nearby gang got killed in the fire along with his wife. And this magic seemed to be the cause of several other deaths in the area.
Interesting. That's the newspaper you were reading earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, I think Ruby goes and covers the body. Obadiah is standing vigil over the body, doing these funeral rites. It's sort of that was 5 in the morning when this will happen, so maybe it's more like 6. So you can go back and rest in your cabins for a few more hours until breakfast, and more investigating can be done, more interviews can be done of the different people that might be involved. We don't get to the next station until 7 p.m. the next day, so there's a long time before we make any sort of stop. And I think we'll maybe pick this up next time.
Okay.
All right.